Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. And hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Lock in, mask up, game on, let's go. Minnesota Airsoft Association, call your hits, feel the elevation. Hey. Snow, sun, we're running every nation. Minnesota Airsoft Association. Warehouse doors, green gas clouds and scattered mags on the floor. Friends then foes, the second the horn blows, we rush, reload, that's how the story goes. Minnesota Airsoft Association, call your hits, feel the elevation. Oh yeah, squad up strong, this is dedication. Minnesota Airsoft Association.
Get it out of your system. Lemon face, lion face. Good evening, Airsofters. Welcome to our Wednesday night stream. We are here with Cobra Alex.
What's up, guys?
We are here with David from Project Echo Airsoft.
Almighty.
And I am Gabe with the Minnesota Airsoft Association. We have a jam-packed agenda tonight of chaos. We were just talking about what we could talk about, and it turned out we were like, oh, let's talk about this and this and this. There's no list. So, I mean, there is a list. We'll start with what we always start with, which was our, our game reminders and our 2 weeks out kind of stuff. And then, what do you want to talk about tonight? Chat, what do you want to talk about, Airsofters? We'll get into, we're going to ride the wave, as my people say. That sounded racist.
The
but it's
red
not,
wave?
because I'm Hawaiian. That means different things too. We're already starting off strong. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get the business out of the way. 2-week notice. What are our 2-week notice for events?
Batteries not included.
No, that's
Well,
a 1
no.
week.
That's a 1
One
week.
We,
Con-
we
con-
that was
control
2
your-
weeks
control
last
yourself.
week.
The concept
weeks?
of time is very difficult for Filipinos. This is a widely known thing. If you haven't heard this before,
It's called
Filipino.
Island Time. Island
Isn't,
time, I
isn't
think.
hey,
It is called Island time.
speaking of time, it's gonna be all one time forever.
If that passes, I didn't
I'm
realize
gonna
that was
hate my
something that they were
life.
actually.
I'm gonna hate my life.
I wonder how bad. You know what though? So for
I
those that
work
don't
outside.
know, the house.
I work outside.
I get it. So for those that don't know, the house, and we're already off. We're already on our chaos. We're already on chaos tangents tonight. The house passed the what are they actually
Daylight
calling it?
Savings Timed Act or something. Or
No, but it's like a one-time act. Like they're basically trying to get rid of daylight savings time, which is nothing new.
Just in Minneapolis.
Nope, the whole country, right?
Oh.
So, like, but that means different things for different parts of the country. But like,
Sunshine Protection Act.
Yeah, Sunshine Protection Act. It's been passed by the House, but you know the Senate. Good luck, and then getting to the desk of the president. So either way, I'm actually surprised. This is usually one of those things that people talk about every daylight savings time that we should do something, and then I saw it in my feeds this morning, and I was like, oh, the SOBs decided to move forward with it. So how could that change Airsoft? I don't really think it will, honestly.
If it stays the same, games could start at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., and I would totally be there at 10 a.m. and play till like 12:30, and then get my Airsoft fixed. I'm good to go.
Again, it won't affect. 'Cause it's only gonna we're only gonna notice the difference in the winter.
Yeah, we'd only
Because we're gonna stay to summertime. We're gonna stay on
Well,
summertime.
I don't play in the winter, so I'm okay.
Right. So
And
sunrise is gonna be sunrise in Minnesota is gonna be like 9 a.m. in the winter.
Yeah, that's what it would be. And
Half
but we
of
get
my
sun
day
until,
is
like,
gonna be in the
6.
dark.
Oh, it's always that way.
So you're gonna leave home and get home at dark.
Yeah.
That's how it. For a lot of people, that's how. Hey, here's the thing. Could it change something for Airsoft? No. I mean, indoor Airsoft, if and when, because they are making progress. If you haven't seen it, indoor Airsoft in Hutchinson, they're going to be evenings on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays all day. So like, there will be play after what would normally be daylight savings time. Again, I'm still questioning whether or not this actually passes, but we will see.
Does that have anything to do with the air quality alert issue due to the wildfire smoke for Wednesday, July 15th?
I
through
walked
Friday,
outside.
July 17th?
I walked outside and I can only see 3 blocks.
I'm in the city, so I
Minneapolis could
normally only see 3 blocks.
Because like I was leaving St. Louis Park and it was smoky and hazy and it smelled like a fucking burnt fire.
Whoa! There's one. There's our first. First
What?
blood is at your swears, your vulgarity.
I was talking about airsoft buckings.
Okay, good recover. Yeah, for those that don't know, also, so this is now turned into the daylight savings time or air quality stream. Yeah, we're in a. Not only is it super hot, but heat and humidity holds that smoke. Generally, just makes the air quality horseshit. So, yeah, between last weekend. At least this is during the week. This is some prime terrible. Like I think we're in red zone, poor air quality right now. So it's really quite bad. So hopefully by the weekend,
Everybody keep checking on me during the week so I don't die outside.
Well, multiple reasons why David doesn't die.
We'll see what the eye doctor says tomorrow.
See, for those that don't know, David had a eye injury today.
Yes.
So-
Like, hey, I tried to avoid my boss, but it didn't work.
Meaning you tried to avoid your boss, but then you were too slow and he smacked you in the
No,
eye.
they asked me what happened. I was like, Joe punched me. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, he just hauled off. And I'm like, no.
I
Well,
never showed
clearly-
you that I was gonna say that picture where I bumped my elbow and the guy goes, "Holy shit, look at your elbow!" And I was like, "What?" It was like
Did
a
you get
baseball
bursitis?
size.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got bursitis. Oh my!
We are adding
This
a
is how you know we're
segment.
old.
We are adding a segment to the stream.
Injuries?
No, weather.
What?
I have a green screen. I have the ability. I have the technology. We can do weather reports for the weekend. I can wear.
That might not be a bad idea.
I can do a
'cause
skimpy mini skirt and some. No,
Hey, some of
okay,
those
no.
thick girls do just fine. I will say, yeah, we've actually been pretty lucky weather-wise. It's been sunny, but like those rainy weekends, I mean, I
We've
know there's some
gotten
hardcore operators out there.
We've
and
gotten
whenever, David, whenever
extremely
you play out of
lucky as
state,
long as lavender
windy.
doesn't come with.
Yeah, you tend to bring the wind and the
I bring the
the
wind.
storms. Yeah. You're full of wind, is what.
I was
look, that's what
sitting
it says
in my
there.
truck. Thank you very much. And just sitting there, and next thing you know, whack! Something like just randomly, like eyeball hurts, and yeah, it was. Eyeball hurts, and
It could also be karma.
wait, eyeball hurts. Let's see if it'll do it. Come on, and bam.
It's like Mike
Uh,
Tyson punched you. or
Yeah.
I'm going to say this publicly. Are you safe at home? You feel safe at home, sir?
Uh-oh.
I
Someone's
saw
coming.
someone coming to. I saw you try to choke him out earlier. We all saw it.
That wasn't
Pre-stream,
her.
it's on
That
recording.
wasn't her.
It was also her.
No.
You don't think I know that you get choked out constantly while you're at home?
a project Echo mini skirt.
Mini skirts. Hey,
He's right where
there's
he
also
wants
there's so
to
much.
be.
There's so much branding we could be doing. Hey, let's get back to business real quick. 2-week notice, nothing. Just
Open
open
play.
sections. And when I say
Open
just,
plays.
yep, open plays. That's not a just. That's just regular open plays at all the fields in 2 weeks. This weekend, batteries not included. We will talk about batteries not included again. I saw some interesting questions from people on the Facebook event, and we do know more than the average bear. So if you want to ask us questions about being bears, that's not true.
Bernstein
We can do that.
or Smokey?
I know what I said. Yeah, that's the kind of stream this is going to be too. Eye patches and bears. We already got people with beards in here. So batteries not included. It's happening Sunday. That is a Sunday game at Crossfire.
This
Starts
Sunday.
at 10 this Sunday. Yes, Alex. Island
This
time
Sunday.
notwithstanding, this Sunday at 10. And then the other thing I just wanted to remind everybody is that Twin Cities Airsoft has been doing this
Food
deal.
drive?
Yeah, the food drive deal all July, which has been if you bring a donation of canned food or
Canned
something,
food, any canned food.
you get $5
I
off
did it.
your admission. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for a $1.99 or $1.50, can of soup, you get $5 off your admission. That's fantastic.
You can get like 69-cent can of corn, like Walmart brand corn for 69 cents, and
Not that we're endorsing that you send something poor to crappy to a food shelf or anything like that.
yeah,
But
but a
the whole-
69-cent of corn can feed like a whole like Middle Eastern village.
Oh, oh, jeez. Or you could get 4 cans, and then you could feed the whole country of. Oh, that was gonna go.
Lithuania.
Nope. I'm stopping. Either way, that's a really
Kids
good
in New
initiative
Guinea
they've
that
been
are
doing in July.
hungry. Pygmies in
Our
New
Wednesday
Guinea.
stream is also going to add into it. We are a nonprofit, so we can now support other nonprofits in feeding our future. Oh, not feeding our future.
Oh,
Sorry.
didn't
is
that get
Minnesota.
cut? Didn't
No,
that
we
get
don't
cut
do
with
that.
the Learning Center?
We don't actually do. We're not actually involved in any feeding programs yet, but we are a nonprofit now. So okay. So
We
again,
will be opening a
2-week notice,
daycare
open session.
shortly.
And we're going to teach your children how to play airsoft. And we're only going to take a mild salary, $1 million each, probably something reasonable for our expertise. No, I won't rule it out. Right? Never rule out possibilities in your life, chat.
No.
You never know when something
Shoot for the
beautiful is going
moon.
to happen.
We all need toter homes.
Yeah, it could be your air fee, Slim. Yeah, that's $5 is nothing to sneeze at. Again, so $25 standard green fee is now $20 at Twin Cities Airsoft with a donation, a canned food donation or food donation. So that's wonderful. Now we have nothing else to talk about. I mean, we have tons of stuff to talk about, but nothing on the agenda outside of just stuff we randomly added. So
Oh.
sometimes
So if you guys have any questions, let's hear them.
Submit them.
questions, or if you want us to talk about, if you want us to crash out on something, I ain't playing Airsoft and Mop Gear. No.
Feel free to like and smash that subscribe button.
Smash the button, man. Yeah. 6,
So
7.
let's do this. Let's do this. So all of us, David was at Champion Valley last weekend, running Champion Valley for Airsoft Armory. Alex went out on Sunday. I was at Action Sports Wisconsin in Wisconsin. It's a double. Everywhere we went, people came up and were like, "Hey, we watched the stream." Not everyone, but like at all those locations, people came up and engaged with us. David did a live stream on Sunday where people jumped in. Our channel, the Minnesota Airsoft Association channel, went from 270 something to we're almost at 290. So David was like, "Yeah, you guys should be at 300. We should be at 300 by the end of the month." That's totally possible. Thank all of you guys for coming in. Thanks. Last weekend we said it, or last week we said it. The chat was almost so much with you guys chatting, which is great. But we're like, oh, it was hard to catch up with everything. So things are catching on. We had 10, 12 people in stream, which again for us at the start of stream was fantastic. So thank all of you guys for coming. But again, we're doing this one as an attempt to satisfy our ego. No, that's maybe a little.
Yeah.
But mostly we're doing this for the community, right? So we are here we have things, we put things on our agenda because we just think they're interesting. But if you guys have stuff you want us to talk about or test out or any of that, within reason.
Nah, just anything.
you know.
Just let us know.
Anything, I'm gonna anything airsoft related,
Oh,
airsoft
okay.
tangential, airsoft.
Okay.
Again, let's start there and see where we go. When we get to episode 100, okay, maybe we'll open it up to anything.
We can give away a bag of BBs. I have a couple.
So episode 100 will be next year.
BBs. And won't that be great?
Or a uniform. I got a couple uniforms that's just collecting dust.
It's only lightly soiled.
Lightly soiled.
Because we'll hit 50
ahead.
this year. So it should be Christmas. Yeah. Christmas-ish next year. We'll hit episode 100.
We might even arrange it so that our 50th will maybe be the last one of the year, and then we can take like any other large conglomerate professional corporation, we have to take time off for the holiday season. That's not true. We'll see.
Isn't Christmas on a Wednesday this year, or something's on a Wednesday this year?
I have not.
It'll be our Christmas special.
And maybe we can
get... Oh, yeah. Christmas Eve is on a Wednesday. We'll have the Christmas Eve stream. That's where you give airsofters presents. You send us tips and stuff in the chat.
I will say our gifts is our presents.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm an English major. I wasn't. All right. So when is the giveaway? Look at you people. You're just hungry. You're so hungry.
James, you don't win giveaways, so what are you worrying about it?
What do you care? What do you care? If you guys started your own airsoft company, this is from GTA Marine brand, what would the name be and what would you sell? We can't even decide a name for this stream. And you think we can think up on a name of a company and what we'd sell? I'd sell love. No.
Okay, I'm setting a goal for us.
Okay, what is this goal?
Before Starburst, this stream will have a real name.
All right, I think that's a good. And I think we probably should engage a little bit more again with you, chat, and with the community in general. And maybe like, here's the thing: I'm not going to get caught when our friend Evan Archer was in. He made the joke of, you guys should call your stream Streaming McStreamerton, which is whenever the state of Minnesota does their name a snowplow, like Snowy McSnowface or Plowy McPlowface is always, and it won once. We're not going to go that
Or
route.
Snowy McSnowface. That'd be a real good one.
I mean, for a snowplow, but like Airsoft McAirsoft face. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but maybe we'll interact a little bit more with the community.
Like we'll get like whatever how many submissions, and then we'll go
I
from
think-
the best 5, and then
I think what you need,
the best 2.
I think what it is we need to throw up a channel on the MMA Discord for people to submit.
And then that'll be the
ideas.
name of the channel for a year.
No, just submit ideas, and then we can go through and weed out the
we
all
will
the
make the decision.
airtisms.
Yeah, I am straight up not. I love you guys. I love the community, within reason.
The BB Club,
consensual love.
The Double B's Club.
BBC. How can we make
Big? Well, nope, can't do BBC.
I like it.
We're either the British Broadcasting Company or we're
or the other one, which we can't say.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be funny? So yeah, we will work on that, guys, because we really should have a name for this rather than, hey, it's our Wednesday stream.
Hey, it could be called the Wednesday stream. Kind of like they have.
And we can do a tactical Wednesday Adams as our.
So it would just be like, what's his face? He does the weekend update, the weekday update. Ooh.
Call Your Hits podcast, Dead Reg required. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll say is like Dead Reg Radio is already a thing, or is still a thing. Alex, is Dead Reg Radio still around?
I don't.
I know you. I know you've
I was
listened
listening
to
to
other
Gorilla.
podcasts.
I was listening to like Gorilla Radio for a while. He did one like once a month, but it was always about Milsim West.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, I listened to it because I was driving.
I mean, there is actually a ton of Airsoft content. And we were just talking about this before stream chat, is that we are starting to get our last, let's say, 8 to 10 subs on the channel have not been local, which is great. We're really happy about that. But I mean, and that would be the goal. Like, but this stream is essentially about the Midwest. We've been Minnesota concentrated because we're all in Minnesota, but we want to expand this from the Dakotas and the Missouri and Iowa and of course Wisconsin. So and other parts of the Midwest.
There's 18 people watching from my end, so that's pretty sweet.
Just how you like to date. So yeah, we'll do.
Wow, his wife is probably watching because we're that popular. They're streaming this
Germany?
on base.
No.
It's like, yeah, it's in a lobby right now, and his wife is like, he's not mine. That's what's happening right now.
No, I can't wait till she does come here and she like busts in here and calls me like a loser for talking.
She would never do that.
She would be like, "What are you guys? You talking to your loser friends?"
She loves me. It would never happen. She hates Caleb. I'm also drinking Dr. Pepper from my Minnesota Airsoft Association Yeti mug, so I'm also caffeinated, which is it's late in the day for me to be drinking.
I'm drinking water out of my Hooters cup.
Hey, did you see that they're rebranding Hooters? They're they're going to be family friendly now, so they're hiring boomers.
They've always been family friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, tangentially, and this is how that comment relates to Airsoft.
Because I go there after Airsoft.
Yes, and I will say the old MA crew, if people like DT and others are watching, that was their favorite place to go when we went to ops. Is like, okay, we're going to an op. Is there a Hooters in town? It was never my thing.
So you'll see it here a second on the live, but this actually at one point has already been given. So someone mentioned this as the name. Wait for the YouTube to catch.
No, I got you.
GTA Marine asked if we had money to start a field.
Oh, I saw someone else talk about this too. So
Mount
it's a,
site, but it's too expensive. But if money was unlimited, Mount site.
so there was a post in the indoor airsoft thread, just their most recent, like, here's our status, and this
I
isn't a
like it. I'm enjoying their stuff.
yeah,
I'm
I just want to say,
anticipating.
they had said, oh, we're going to do a soft open in June, and I was like, in the back of my head, complete transparency, I was like, no, you're not. Like, you're just starting. You all have jobs. Like, this is your other thing you're doing. That always seemed like overly aggressive. If you saw their most recent update, they have frames up now, but like, they are still working, guys. So be patient. I said this in another post. As long as it's open by the end of summer, early fall, when the weather's starting to turn, so people can get a feel for it, so they can enhance or improve before they open, when everybody else is. I mean, Big Lake Tactical and Twin Cities Airsoft are always open all winter, but when they become the focus, that should be the goal. I mean, that's my opinion, right? As someone from the
100%.
outside, like, I'm not looking at their field now because it's summer. Like, if they were to open, I would find time to go. But I will
I'm
be
gonna try
happier
to find some
personally.
time coming up here just to get down there and shoot some video so we can, have a more detailed video of progress for them, help them out, and then we can show it to the millions and millions of our fans,
Well, it's one of those things, guys. Like, we've talked about it. Like, when we go to games and we're there to ref, we concentrate on reffing. If we go to play, we're there to play. If we go there to film, we're there to film. It's hard to do multiple things. These guys are building a field, but in their spare time, of which they're paying for a lease right now too, guys. Like, they're paying right now to build with the hopes that this will be great in the future. So be patient. But when they're doing that, that's what they're concentrating on. And so when the videos we see are probably when they're taking a break and going, whew. So once again, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to being able to go out and, maybe even interview at some point, right?
yeah, definitely.
Like, that'd be a good place to live stream. The only thing I'll say is, based on what they're saying, how big their staging is, I'd love to do a live stream before it gets cold, because we'll probably have to live stream outside before we go inside.
Springer only game. That'd be fun.
I would do a Springer, all Springer platforms minus sniper
All
rifles,
Springer platforms.
like
I'm
Springer
talking
handguns,
clip,
shotguns.
pistol, like the
No, I know, but
single-
like, were you gonna allow Spring shotguns?
yes, anything Springer.
Sniper rifles or spring rifles, but I still have to meet the FPS of the range, right?
Yes.
Okay, then no, we can do it. We can do that. You can buy an ASO2 and put a really
I'm telling you,
small
like,
spring in it.
When you saw an old picture I posted, right?
Yes.
All the babies, like, that was a Springer only game,
Did
and
you
like
see-
that was the funnest game ever.
somebody said to me, one, Biggie Nick, not Biggie Nick. Well, Billy. Why was Billy wearing bright pink shorts? And
Yeah, he
also,
said that.
look what a baby Billy was back then.
I know.
So going to your question, this all started with GTA Marines, like, if we had money to build a field. So Dylan Frederick, who's the owner of Moose Defense, which makes custom gear, and they have some nice gear. He said, hey, guys in Hutchinson, how much did it cost for you to start a field? What were the things you looked for? Because there's a place in his area, I can't remember, Detroit Lakes, I think, is where he said he was. And he's like, maybe I'm kind of interested in maybe trying to open something. There was no response. This is, guys, I don't think you realize how expensive it is. This is why you're like, hey, open an indoor field. It's expensive to open any field. Insurance, electricity, water, permits, heat, air conditioning if you're going to the summer for an indoor location. Like, land, just again, leasing the property. Like, that's just the top of it. Then, what are you serving? Like, what are you selling? Like, there's so many aspects to this. It is super expensive. I will tell you, and maybe someday when Southern Minnesota Airsoft, who's also been showing a lot of progress of their field, like, they just got a comment.
Saturday,
Yeah,
they're
if you guys
having a
didn't see
soft
it-
opening, just private soft opening. He's gonna send me video from this weekend so we can show it next week.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, they are having a soft opening. You're not invited.
Yeah.
If you're invited, you're invited. But I
didn't get invited.
Oh,
See, this is where I was trying to avoid
we got
it.
invited.
Okay. We technically did.
No, I didn't.
I
Yes,
didn't
you
get a
did.
direct message from Southern Minnesota Airsoft formally saying,
Remember, we
Please
don't
come.
need invites anymore. That's how big.
we are of the
I'm
people.
not going to do a pity invite. I'm not pity inviting
It's
myself.
not pity invite,
right?
it's prestige
So-
invite.
I'm not going to pity show up to a field that
Remember, Bo goes, you guys don't need tickets anymore at my events.
He said that to you.
Well,
I was included.
you're
in
my
the game
camera.
show.
You're my
Ticket either.
cameraman. You have to come.
Yeah, okay, good. See, we all have a position to play. Either way, I just think my dream
Position,
facility, if I'm being honest, is I would actually build a base. I would build a base with barracks and administrative buildings and a mess hall and like
you would build GTI.
I would build a better GTI. I would actually build a whole
Buy
place
Ripley.
for people.
Just buy Ripley.
Well, yeah.
Dude, after looking at Ripley, Ripley sucks.
The whole
Whoa,
base though, and all the 400,000 acres that they have there.
I was gonna say that's also too much unless our nonprofit status means we don't pay
If you're
taxes.
talking about a mount site like Ripley,
No, I'm saying buy the whole base and build.
Yeah, just buy the whole base. Yep, I'm just.
So
And
no,
then
my
we
thing,
could do
my
air
thing,
landing so people could land their planes there.
yeah, my thing
where
would
we
be
make our money.
if money was unlimited, I'd buy Mall of America.
Just buy the Sears building.
You can
do the airsoft
ride a
there.
roller coaster while shooting airsoft.
So here's the thing I'll say, and then so Vulture actually mentioned it. He would have bought the Burnsville Seminole Mall and turned it into an airsoft facility. Chat, have you ever played in a mall? Go ahead and chime in chat if you've ever played in a mall and which mall. Because those of us who have played in a mall, fun, and I have said it many times, if you get a chance to play in a mall, you always should, but every mall eventually devolves to one thing. Now I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait.
Grenades! Oh.
I wish, because not every place lets you use grenades. Some places you only can use Thunder Bees, and I hate them. So, but
I would if I
Alex,
bought Mall of America,
balls, right?
if I bought Mall of America, your mortar would be allowed.
After I passed out on the ground in the parking lot.
That's not unusual though. Saying, "Hey, I'm Alex. I've passed out at games before," is not that's not a line for you. Okay, Vulture, you should. So I'm not trying to ruin this for
Hey, there's your
everybody.
invite. There's your invite,
okay.
Alex. Shut up.
Formally in a public chat. Well, now this still is a pity because it's after the fact. All
Yeah,
malls,
it's a pity invite.
guys.
Pity.
Think about malls and think about hospitals. Think about amusement parks.
Schools, hospitals.
At some point, it's just choke points, like any other game. Frankly, like if there's only one stairwell to get between floors, screwed. If there's only two, still screwed. Malls have a flow, but they're all in the open. So unless you get access to a mall that you have access to the back hallways, it's gonna suck. It'll be fun to a point, but then there's gonna be a line of players, and they're gonna be throwing grenades and moving back and forth over the same central area.
Mall of America.
And Mall of America is huge, right? Like you could not only go from the outside, there'd be multiple rings, there'd be the inside. That's also like maybe some of you who are babies to the airsoft world. I'm looking at you, Slim Tack. Maybe you'll live long enough for the Mall of America to fail completely, and they turn it into an airsoft park when Vulture buys it and turns it into a park. But
no, I'm just telling you, a few more subs here, and when we get monetized, we'll have the ad revenue to buy them.
When we're up there with C7, C7 Viper, 700,000 subs. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little while.
Yeah, and then Justin was like, "We need to start doing long form and get more cameras." And I'm thinking to myself, going, "You can edit that." It's enough of my 3 cameras. Screw adding more cameras.
Yeah. As it is, like I literally have now 3 cameras in my little studio, so when I'm doing videos, I can do some close-ups, and I'm like, this already seems like such excessive.
I'm gonna have to actually start charging a team monthly fee of $1,000 per player just to be on the team, so I can quit my job and just edit videos.
Yeah, we're getting there. The checkpoint struggle at the asylum, 100%, Vulture. It's the same thing. So like, it's just bigger. And it's neat. Like again, I will 100% say anytime a mall comes up, if you get a chance to play it, do it. If it's a mall they're going to destroy and they let you throw EG67s and Taggins, even better. Even better if the smoke sets off the fire alarms and then the fire alarms just go off the whole time you're there. That is so awesome. But also choke points. And when we played, there was a mall in North Carolina we played, and Lion Claws did it a couple times. There was a key building. So anytime you play any event, asylum, whatever, a mall, at some point there will be a point where there's a middle and there will be one key location that you can hold down the other team from. It's just the way it works. And unless they let you breach through walls, which if they also let you breach through walls, that's pretty
Mall of
cool.
America when
It's
I
also
own it.
it's also a huge crap show, but anyway.
I'd,
Okay,
lo-
so
I'd
there,
have I'd have technicals driving down the corridors of Mall of America
I would be shooting. I'd be shooting Taggins.
from the
I
third
would be
floor
shooting.
down to the first. That would be. I'm telling you, Gabe. I if it happens, I'll let you shoot your motor in Mall of America. You could do it.
Yeah, in the main amusement park. Hey, this is so since I said the word tagging, I did see that Mirror posted a video. Mirror Tactical, shout out to our friend Alex P. Not Alex P here, Alex Patarakis, best hair in Airsoft. That he said that taggins should be getting released this month. I had heard that
He
July
just
was the
had
month.
up on his story. They're up on the store now.
Yep, that's.
Yep.
You know what it is? What he's got? Does he have launchables or just grenades?
It looked like just grenades. I'm trying to find the story again.
I need launchables to get released. And
Alex, you need to just send me these news. What the?
Yeah, we'll pump them. We all need to be better at that when we see stuff to repost that on our channels.
Slim Tax posting TikToks to the Airsoft Association about our stream.
Ooh, thank you. Also, I was trying to get video of my Lev R16 Slim. I brought it to Tarkov. I shot it at Tarkov. I didn't shoot it at people, but I did scare the crap out of some people. And it's heavier than I ever want to play. I will have mine at batteries not included, just to show off I'm not playing, I'm reffing. But if people want to try to use it,
Fates 2.5 and 5s.
Okay.
That's everything that you want.
He is watching because he's messaging me right now.
No. Okay, Alex, I'll reach out. So so they must be Reapers 2.5s and 5s because Reapers are the time and Fates are the
AFG 4s
impact.
and AFG 6s.
Fates are the impact.
AFG 4s, AFG 6s, and Reapers 2.5, Reapers 5. I needed a launchable. I only care about launchables. I need $1,000 of launchables, which, if I think about it, is only 10 boxes. But I'm gonna need that for Starburst. Even if I don't need it for Starburst, I want them. So.
You want Alex? I wanna. Alex, give me a shotgun. Wolverine shotgun today or tomorrow.
Jeez, no? You cannot bring that up on this stream.
But I want one.
Oh, do you want to invoke just to see if he shows up? We have multiple people we could start invoking at this point.
No.
Hey.
Are you?
I am ready. I actually.
Are you gonna drive down there and get them? The Fates?
No. I mean, I would wait for you to drive down there, but other than that, I'll pay the hazmat. I'm a fancy lad now. I'll just pay the hazmat shipping.
Was it $50?
Yeah, it's a flat rate, so you're better off buying more.
Yeah.
Usually.
So
Alex, just send Gabe an invoice.
Yeah. I need Reapers. I probably need 5 boxes of 2.5s and 5 of 5s, and I probably would buy another 5 boxes of Fates if we get Fates as well.
Once upon a time, I had a job in Chicago, and I had a flight and everything ready to fly home, but I went to Mirror Tactical, bought a whole bunch of explosives, and canceled my flight and drove
so you can
home.
Drive home. Hey, this is about Airsoft priorities, guys. Sometimes here's something we don't talk about often enough. If you guys are traveling, and I say this, but most of you are doing it anyway. If you're traveling and you go to a state or city that has an Airsoft store, why wouldn't you go? 100% you should go. Not only just to
I
say
do it.
hi, not only see what's there, but they could have a treasure that you've been wanting, which is terrible for your pocketbook. But like, always visit a store.
It's funny you say that because that's exactly why I go. Like I go
mean,
to these stores just to see if there's some like antique treasure that's on the wall, or if they have some like boneyard shotgun for $20, and then
or
they forget
like,
about it in your house, and
where
then
did
you
you go?
find it.
Airsoft GI or something, and then said, "Hey, they have tag-in rounds here," and then we're like, "Hey, will you buy some?" And you're like, "Oh, I already left, and I'm not going back." And so you totally just cucked us.
Yeah, but then I realized I couldn't fly with them back, so it didn't work.
That's the reason.
There's that was Atlanta.
Oh man, we have a couple. We have 2 questions here. Let's ask this.
Where are you guys seeing questions? I don't have
In
that.
YouTube. In YouTube. Aren't
I
you
am
watching
on
the?
YouTube.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna reload it because I'm stuck on the mouse site.
You're terrible.
Anyways,
You're terrible at technology. Here's the questions we have though from I think Marine and Marine asked this first, and then Vulture followed up. What are your guys' thoughts on World Airsoft Games, International Airsoft competition that was held in Dubai this year? Well, our best friend, Jet Desert Fox, asked us if we could go because he was a little scared about going on his own. We couldn't attend this year. No, I'm kidding. We weren't asked.
I kind of want to.
International
I'm
wouldn't go to
hoping that it's
that
not in
place.
Dubai next year, and I'm hoping that Russia and Ukraine calm down for a little bit so that the airport
Well,
doesn't
that's
get
the whole
closed.
thing, though. Like,
If it
apparently
was,
you've never heard of Border Wars. So
Oh.
Border
I mean,
Wars is a humongous 4,000 player plus game. I think held at Czechoslovakia, like right on the eastern border country in a base, and they got Russian tanks and everything that like do not exist in America. And
also the possibility of finding unexploded ordnance. So
it looks pretty rad, but it's literally it's a festival. It's a fully immersion. It looks cool. I remember running into guys in Europe who told me that it was the coolest thing they'd ever been to.
So let's take a step back and look at this completely seriously. Would traveling to another country, and I'm asking you in chat as well, but we can verbalize faster. For David and Alex, would you travel to another country to play? And if so, what would be your primary country that you'd like to visit first?
I would do like Border Wars. Like I think that would be wicked cool. You've got everything in there. If I were to do it though, there's no way I could bring. I
No,
wouldn't.
that's not part of this. That's not part of the question. This is a dream question.
Oh, okay. If I'm going, I would go. I would go to Border Wars because it's a huge festival. I mean, they've got. I don't know. It's like Burning Man, but airsoft.
But it's in Europe, right?
Yeah, it's like I said, eastern border.
Their food sucks. David, where would you want to go?
The one at Chernobyl. I want to go to the Chernobyl game.
I mean, your eye is already messed up. You have nothing to lose. But
No, but it's a big LARP game. It's like 3 days long, and I just think I watched a bunch of videos, and there's so many. I would personally like to just show up at any UK field. Would be fun.
Remember, I met the owner of Rift. That's a big
Yeah.
UK. So.
And you didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
I'll be honest. I don't really pay attention to European. I mean, I am more
Who's
familiar
European?
with Asian.
It's hard to
It's
keep
running down my
track.
leg.
It's hard
Yeah,
to
I mean-
keep track of European stuff because
Well,
we're never
European, Hong Kong. You can say China because Hong Kong is China. I mean, like, there's so much airsoft happening in the world, guys. And if I'm being honest, sure, Europe plays more similarly, but like Alex, you've been to the Philippines and hung out with some people, right? Like, there are still, like, and this is older news, but I don't think it's changed that much. We have friends from Taiwan who are here now. We have friends from Hong Kong. Like, gameplay in some of those other areas is like, hey, let's take this junk out to this now abandoned island and let's shoot each other with no rules.
Well, that's what Puerto Rico was like. So
Yes.
Have you
they had a
watched any
great-
of the
like-
videos from like Mustang? Like, he literally grabs his go bag and his bicycle, gets on a train, rides a train for 2 hours, gets off the train, rides like 20 miles, cutting through these things, jumps on another train just to get to the airsoft field, and then his gun breaks. Like, that
Don't
was
watch
one of his
anything
last videos.
Kicking Mustang does. Here's a hot take. Like he's too highly contentious for me. I don't enjoy his content very much. But I like things get served, and it's really got to be something interesting for me to actually watch it now. Like that said, I do support a lot of channels just where I jump in and I but like how a lot of us consume our media is that perfect 10 to 30 seconds, unless I'm looking for something specific, like, hey, how do I repair this? And then I want an hour-long video with something. But
A
the
very
world
detailed
is,
video.
yeah, and that's a different kind of content. So, well, okay, so there was that first one. There was a follow-up to that. Uh, Peter the Leader's just sidebar, broken glass. Yeah, it's a thing. Just don't go sliding into stuff. What are your guys' thoughts? Wait, next one. Along with the lines of the World Airsoft Games, that giant airsoft game in Germany, Dark Emergency, with something like 4,000 players. Yeah, I think that's actually what Alex was talking about. Or
I
maybe
don't
they
know.
do multiple.
I know the game is called. I know it's called Border Wars. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's. I know there's a bit. Like, yeah, it's got to be 4,000 players. It just seems like it was a circus. But
Yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, guys, if you've been to GAG and it's been 300 players and it's been chaos, and now imagine that times 10. Wait, yeah, by 10. 300 players. Now
Math is
100
hard.
times. No, now 100 times. Now you're talking 1,000 players. Doesn't matter if, like, the logistics on that. For 1,000 players, I would want over 100 staff. For 4,000 players, I would want so much staff.
I'd want
Because other than that,
1,000 staff.
I mean, honestly, right? Like, for something like that, you're basically running a small city. So that's interesting. That last comment from Alex Patarakis from Mir. I don't get it, but it's funny to me because shout out to Ryan Gosling. We know you're a huge fan. Thank you for joining us. We have very similar hair. Do you guys check out other states' airsoft social medias for game events or ideas for local fields to take inspiration?
Yes.
Alex, David? Yeah,
I do.
I'm-
I'll go check out whenever I travel for work, or when I do work. I travel and I like to go check out airsoft fields or whatever I can. You know, like, I've been known to drive like 2 hours to go to a store just to see what's there. And again, it's kind of back. Who knows what treasures I'll find in there? You know, like, I might find something that's, you know, hasn't seen, the day of light in years, or something that, like, oh my god, I've been looking for that thing. But usually, I mean, I don't know. I usually go in there, check stuff out, and it's, maybe get a patch if I can, or I give a patch.
that's 100% where we're at now. Is like just
So-
getting our name out and sharing, and like, I think that's super important.
That'd be awesome to have a name for the stream, so we can make patches for the stream. And
Hey,
people
we had a
would be-
goal, right? You had a
Yeah,
goal.
we have a goal.
Don't ruin this.
Yeah, you've missed a lot.
Yeah, Joe,
Joe,
you're so late.
Joe.
You might as well just leave and
And
just watch the
watch
VOD later.
Yeah.
Watch the replay. I follow most of the Midwest, which surprisingly is more than you might think. Like, there is a North Dakota group that is fairly active, especially now during the summer. Airsoft Nebraska is fairly active. They don't have a channel so much. Central City, Iowa, or Central City Airsoft in Iowa, they have been posting a lot of videos. I'm kind of surprised by the lack of videos from Wisconsin, which, I know that Action Sports Wisconsin has a specific media person. Shout out to Jess on that. But like, they they just had a baby, so the videos have been not as much of a thing. I feel like channels like ours. Let me just take a step back. I don't think there's a channel like ours.
You would
Which
think
is-
Chicago would have something. I feel like there's a lot
You'd
of
think
people-
California would, but like, a lot of it's just teams who are doing content for any number of reasons. We already talked about, like, hey, this guy only does Milsim West, or guy's just a bunch of guys hanging out, which is what our guys have been talking about for years. We're not the first by any means. I'm sure someone's done it. I just don't know. But like, we're one of the few community live streams.
Yeah, the only other live stream I can think of, and they're just a regular podcast, is the Zulu podcast that they do weekly. But that's because they own a store, a field, and they pretty much talk about their stuff, and then they branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
A
I
Hawaiian
think
shirt guy. I don't know his name, Gabe, but we talked to him quickly at GTI. He had the technical. He had the prison. They just bought the prison.
Oh yeah. From in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. That guy has a show every week, and I've caught it a few times.
I should
You know?
I should be paying attention more. This is
I've
the
caught
thing.
it a
Like,
few times. I think it's like Beowulf something. I can't.
well,
think of-
like this is where you meet so many people when you travel to play. It's almost overwhelming, and we just need to keep a notepad. Actually,
I
you know what we
know.
need is everyone needs business cards or patches, right? Like, hey, here's your patch. Like, we probably need a patch with a QR code on it. Sticker with QR code. Sticker with QR code. I'll work on that.
Yep. That's
That can be our
that's my
business card.
winner. Yeah, that I'm already working on business cards for myself. So because
Well, and when we go to SHOT Show, we're gonna need that anyway.
well, I was at Delano Days. We were at the 4th of July Delano celebration.
Yeah.
I just so happened I have the tent. I set the tent up. It was just there to keep us out of the. I had 6 or 7 people come up to me and start. We're just sitting in the parking lot, in the back of the parking lot, grilling food, and I had 6 or 7 people come up to me and start talking airsoft. And then I was away.
I want an Airsoft. I want a Minnesota Airsoft tent. How do we get it?
Well, the 10 by 20 will be dual branded, so.
Well, that and hey, just donate some money to the Minnesota Airsoft Association, Alex, and we can make all of this happen. So, here's where Slim Tack. Slim, I'm just gonna say you should have done live streaming from your store visits in Japan. Like,
yeah, dude, what were you doing?
I mean, thank you, Alex, for taking it to the hate level. I was just gonna do a soft call out.
We're all waiting. Like 90% of the world want to oh, Japan, it's like the mecca of airsoft. And you're like, so
I'm not Slim. I'm not trying to diss on you or anything, but does he have the follow count though to go live?
He would have got it.
Well, right, but he would have had to do a few videos first, then push him, get the follows, and then because I think I want to say that YouTube holds you. That's why I had that big push.
Even
last
videos,
year.
though.
Yes,
well,
videos.
Here's the thing. We could write
Slim Tech,
out.
I love you. I promise.
When we go to Japan,
I'm not dissing on you. I'm just valid question.
Whenever our stream has a name and we go to Japan for our business trip, we will, we'll take videos of everything.
I want us, if we do go there, I want that sign that goes, I think I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning, like us running around. Like,
this is why you get pulled over by customs when you're in other countries, Alex.
That only happened once.
In Asia. And that was like, when was the last time you were in Asia proper? Again, let's just say that you're, it can happen again.
2 years ago.
Which wasn't that long ago.
That's okay. James is going somewhere down south in another country for his honeymoon, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna get kidnapped, and I'm gonna have to paint all my real guns with orange tips so I can cross the border to come save you.
I do like the food better.
I might be going, dude. I might be leaving the country. I'll tell you later.
Oh, privately. So he did our first F of the night, and this is his first. He's not going to tell us. He's just teasing you.
I have an idea. I don't know what channel we'll do it on.
Right, here we go.
And I really, this would be something that, the community would have to be behind. No, it's not bad. But because of YouTube and their policies and things like that, it would have to be a paid subscription because of how it is. Would anybody pay to see an unfiltered version of our podcast on, say, like Patreon or something? Not like that one, Gabe. Just calm down. It wouldn't be the only soft channel.
Or would you?
So I know there are some channels that do it on other servers, that go through Patreon, and we would start out stupid small. It'd be like $1 or $2.
Oh, 100%. I actually think that's completely reasonable for something like maybe in a year, right?
Yeah.
Like if we build up enough of a following, it's also interesting because like there are groups like again, C7 has a huge following.
Did you see that picture I posted? We already know him.
Yes, I mean you know him because you were enamored with him when we saw him at SHOT Show.
No, again, I didn't. Oh my God, that's C7 Viper. That's all I said.
which is fanboying, but okay, that's fine.
Yes,
This
yes,
year, it's gonna,
Slim. We
this
could
year he's
call
gonna
it
be like,
Only
oh my
Soft,
god,
but
that's
it's not.
Cobra accent.
We could call
What's
it the
what?
Only Soft channel, but it wouldn't be what we have the envision for Only Soft. It would be a sub branch of Only Soft. But
It could be all things.
it could be all
Money's money.
But I
Any
did
port in the
hear
storm, guys.
hear some other people talking the other day about how, again, the point was, hey, gear is expensive, time is expensive. We would do this. They're going to do it, and because theirs is recorded, edited, then put on YouTube. They would do it while they're recording it. They would live stream that, so it wouldn't be a full start to finish, their thing. So
Everything's expensive.
that money would
Airsoft's
go
expensive.
right
Just playing.
into
Got
producing
double.
the stream.
Yeah, producing the stream, buying more. Like we've been talking about buying some streaming software so that if we post to one location, like right now, David manages his own channel, and then he's helping manage the MAA channel. Alex and David both are full contributors to the MAA channel, but like if we post to, like this is nothing new, right, guys? This is just what everybody does. And honestly, I don't know wherever, like David used to do Twitch streaming, so he already had some experience in this. I have experience from watching other kinds of streams. But like you need something that where if you post to YouTube, it'll automatically post to X, Instagram, TikTok, Discord,
Facebook.
All these things cost money, and this is where people are like, hey, where are the Airtism patches? I did actually approve the quote, and I'm ready to pay for it, but that's not an inconsequential amount of money. Things cost money. I already bought $5,000 worth of Enola Gay and then another $3,000 worth of Enola Gay. Like, I'm more like, this isn't a contest, but like everything costs money. So if we could start to supplement the things we're doing already, that's just easier, right?
You know what
like,
the first purchase would be? A microphone for Alex.
a computer, microphone, and camera for Alex, which is a shame because I can provide all those things for free right now, but he doesn't want any of it.
I don't want your pity, dude.
It's not
Alex,
pity.
it's not about pity.
It's not pity. It's about we're providing you equipment to make the stream better.
It's a work expense.
I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know.
We're gonna have to go to his house. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to his house and do a remote.
I tried to invite you guys over. I was like, hey, dude, I'll bake some ribs and like.
I said yes. You tell me when.
And
I know too many Filipinos. I know your brother.
So, but he doesn't live here.
But he was there, and he broke
don't
your.
live here no more. Shanika don't live here.
He broke your
no
lawnmower.
More.
Yeah, broke everything. He broke my heart.
But
See,
again,
there you go. You're not selling this that we should come to your house to help you set up a studio. And you have a studio for crying out loud.
We're running on a few $100 cameras and few $100 microphones right now that we purchased ourselves. Where
my iPhone 8 is doing just fine.
Going forward, oh my Lord, going forward, we would like to have $600-700 studio cameras that live in the studios and better software because we're all three remote in our own thing. It would be nice to have a program that synced all this stuff.
Yeah.
Joe said something I should probably jump into.
Oh, I want you to, because this leads us to our next non-rant related thing. But just to go back, guys, like this again, we're not complaining about anything. We are just starting again. We're a couple months into this.
I'm complaining about me with my iPhone 6.
Wow, you're now complaining about it, but you're right. Like this is a labor of love. It always will be. When we were running stuff back in the old days in the early 2000s, we want this to be fun, and it's still fun. When this becomes a job, like when this becomes an onerous task, I'll just say it. You got to get something out of it, right? Like I turned the MAA into a nonprofit because if you haven't heard the story, my accountant eventually, my new accountant for the nonprofit was like, "Have you been investing $10,000 to $20,000 a year into Airsoft on behalf of the community?" And I was like, "Yeah, it seems pretty average." And she's like, "That's insane. Why haven't you been a nonprofit for the last 26 years?"
When she said it, was she laughing under her breath? Like,
oh no, 100%. No, she wasn't not under her breath. She was basically like, and this is someone we know tangentially through another community, and like the con community, like Comic-Con and stuff like that. And she's like, this is why everything she does, and she owns a nonprofit. That's why she started a nonprofit. Now she's an accountant, but like this is a labor of love. When it becomes work, this is why the MAA doesn't run games so much, because at some point it became a job, and it was just hard to say, "Hey guys, we're going to go to a game this weekend, but we're running it, so who wants to help?" And for years we had people help, and it's great. And love of the community is why we do it. It's why all of you join us, and we're happy for it. But at some point, especially in our beekeeper age, oh yeah, you're almost beekeeper age, David. That's great. Um, we want to, like, we in mentally inside, and I won't speak for Alex and David about their goals, but like we all have goals. We want this to go somewhere, and we're not being selfish about it. I'm not being selfish about it when I say, again, my goal this year is I want to go to SHOT Shows, the MAA.
Yeah.
Everything I'm doing this year is about that. Next year, we've already talked about next year's goals and future goals, like longer than next year goals. Like, we have goals. We want this to become bigger. And it's not about free stuff. It's not about prestige. Does some of that come with this? Maybe, but it's not the goal,
No.
except for Alex.
The goal is for Airsoft to pay for Airsoft.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be guys, think about that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not into competition gaming, but there are guys who are paintball guys whose careers are paintball. Would we want that in Airsoft? I don't know. I don't personally, but like, imagine being able to supplement your hobby, but it now becomes something else again. So
it all comes down to being that, if you're gonna, the stream itself, instead of, it coming directly, don't get me wrong, as of now, I have no problem spending it, doing it. But when you get to a certain price point of buying gear, you're like, oh, do I want to spend $500 on a camera that's going to make everything better, or editing? Just a few months ago, I dropped $400 just on editing software, just so I could produce better videos for the community, and
when we were at SHOT Show, I paid for CapCut.
Yep.
Which people are like, don't pay for CapCut, and then they increase their pay stream, and I just was looking at our monthly bill, which is like $25-$30 a month for CapCut. And I was like, oh, I should probably not be paying for this anymore. But I'm so used to it now.
Yep.
There are expenses just doing the simple crap that we're doing already.
And that's all. That's what I'm looking for. Paying for the trailer, paying for stuff, so that we can keep giving the level of prestige that you guys are accustomed to. And getting better. You get better quality, people are more apt to stay and watch. If you're just shooting it on your iPhone 4 like Alex does, eventually.
Hey, you can stop right there, man. Because all the videos I've ever posted were from my iPhone that are pretty heavy hitters. So
does your iPhone even have a front-facing camera?
No, I don't even know what I'm doing. I gotta look at YouTube.
He watches YouTube to produce a YouTube. We love you, Alex.
Even the clock is right twice a day. Hey, Vulture, your comment. Yes, every subscription system has some kind of fee. Patreon, Fansly, OnlyFans. They all have some kind of fee. That's how they pay for it, right? So, like, yes, if we were going to do something, it's just a question of if we got to a point, would it be worth it? And I think that's an option that we will consider. Hey, okay, let's talk. Alex, Joe sent a message very specifically. Let's talk about this, because this transitions into maybe some personal projects and things that we're working on.
What? Yeah, Joe, I don't want a free X-Fob, all right?
He got one for me already.
Because that's a pity. That's a pity gift. I'm not going to take that. Anyways, I used the X-Fob. So I had the B-Fly kit. This is not serious. No, I'm being serious now.
Yeah, this is a serious thing, and I want to make sure that this is an honest review from Alex's point of view. So that's not a joke. Yep, go.
I use and to be honest with you, like, I typically don't fog up, but I use the X-Fog just as, like, I'm wearing a helmet and it's all there, and it's all set up for me. So the minute I turned on the fan on the back of my helmet, I absolutely hated it. Like, and that's not the like the process of the working, keeping no fog. I don't like that buzzing noise in the back of my head. And what's even worse is when I put my earmores on. Oh man, that 10 times worse. And that drove me absolutely nuts. So I wanted
Yeah,
to make
show us, Alex.
That's
so
called
I wanted to
tinnitus.
make
That's called
something.
tinnitus, Alex.
I was gonna say, yeah, some of us have that all the time, but
So
because
I
you
wanted to
talked
make
last week,
something.
you talked last week that you were thinking about repositioning it, right? Is that?
Yes, I
I
was
don't know
thinking
where you're
about like,
going.
hey, what if I, like get longer tubes and like put it down in my backpack or something, and I could still hear it. I didn't like it. Okay, and not only that, I thought like the for how much the fan is moving, like because it's not moving a lot,
Yeah.
and if I had like like a foot of travel of tube, I feel like the energy of like air pushing, I don't know, maybe it'd be lost. I don't know. I never tried it. So I just threw that all away. And so so what I did is I bought one of these guys, one of these fans, like the handheld, like like
Yeah, yeah.
it turns on.
There's lots of different kinds of those. Yep.
And that it works really good.
Please
It
clip
blows a
that.
lot of air. It blows a lot of air, like a ton of air. And I made this little cap, and I put it on there, and then I got these little tubes, right? And then I put it in this box, and I put a towel around it, and I can't even hear it.
And where are you
Okay.
putting that? Are you putting it in your back?
Yeah. So I just put it in my backpack, and I'm still working out the kinks, and I'm still like making stuff, but like, and I wish there was a smaller box, but like I have this like box, I put it in there, and now
So,
I can't hear it.
I mean, you could even 3D print a box, and then it would
I
still.
could,
You
but
don't
I
want it
don't
to
have a.
overheat. I know. I'm just saying, like, this is where there's other ideas that could come into play. B fly, B fly, B fly.
Wait.
Where
I gotta.
you could also.
There.
Oh no, I invoked.
No, and I changed our screen, so we'll invoke there too.
Perfect.
But like I said,
Like
this
you could
takes
actually
a
do
lot of air.
you could do a box with foam to even mitigate that even more. Like I actually think this is a good idea, making use of how much is an X-Fog? We talked about this before. Somebody check real quick.
The kit goes for Armory, I think, sells the XL kit for 63 or 69.
So let's call it
That's-
$60 to $70 for the full kit.
Yep.
Alex, how much was that fan? I assume you got it off Amazon?
Yeah, $16.
Yeah. So right, like the little neck ones we carry, I think are like 15, $16, which I've seen people put adapters on
Well,
those.
this I think it has like a I think it was like a 16-hour battery charge was at.
Yeah. And I assume that's also a battery charger. Like most things now,
Yeah.
if it's rechargeable, also has an output, so multiple uses. Like that kind of thing, Alex, I actually think is really clever. When are you going to start marketing and selling them? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I asked this because Alex likes to make things, and then it's hard to produce things, guys. It's for the community, right? So maybe he'd publish the 3D
you know what?
print
No,
cap.
like it's. I don't know. I look at it as like this is simple, man. Like anybody with a 3D printer can do it. You know,
yeah,
like,
but you were also
using
an old generation of X-Fog. I don't hear my X-Fog whatsoever, even with
I don't either.
electronic hearing pro. Nope, don't hear it. I don't even hear.
Why did I go through all this stuff then?
Because
you needed a project.
We told you. Here's the deal.
No one told me anything.
I don't even hear it on the cameras. I
Somehow
the first time.
I magically got one.
So here's the deal. I was worried about exactly that on camera. So what I even did was the first video I shot that I ran it, I even went in my audio editor and found the direct frequency that it is because I was going to have to pull that frequency out of my video so we wouldn't hear it. I watched the video. It was raw. Couldn't even hear it I had to boost the frequency by 30 dB to hear the fan.
No,
that's it.
Low tech made a point. Yes, I think the new gen, like I actually have one of the old ones. We're saying like I don't remember the USB names, but like it's not USB-C. The one that I gave Alex and mine are older gens. I don't hear mine, but I know the new ones have newer designs, different bearings. The thing that we were talking about is, making things accessible for players is really important. If you haven't been to like the Airsoft 3D printing subreddit, like the things that are happening now that people are making, 3D printing. I don't know if they'd last in Texas summer or now Minnesota heat, but like people are inventing so many things. One, because they're creative, which is what Alex is. Alex is
Oh.
creative. He just likes to have projects. But two, because they don't want to spend more money. I totally get it. This kind of idea that Alex, what you just said, Alex, I would probably do. I don't know that I'd use it in regular games, but like so for something like that Galactic Civil War game, where we're wearing helmets on top of other things, which are gonna fog, that could be an aesthetic look for you guys who are maybe playing. And someone mentioned Swamp Soft, whatever, Swamp Sniper type field, which is like more of an apocalyptic kind of field. Like there are other fields that have done that as well. Like that could be part of your look now, and maybe that's on your chest. Or maybe it's
Yeah.
still in your bag and nobody sees it. So like there's a lot of opportunities here. I'm interested in seeing, we need close-ups is what we're gonna need.
Nope.
So I look forward to more
Gatekeeping
progress on this.
it. Gatekeeping it.
Well, you already put it on the internet, so you're screwed there.
Yeah, they can figure it out from there.
What model of fan is that from Amazon, Alex?
I'll send you the link on Amazon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And we'll post it. We'll post
Hey,
it on
yo,
our
oh, hey.
Patreon.
Aaron, let me
Patreon.
tell you a story. Let me tell you a quick story.
Oh, story time with Uncle Alex. This is
So
going to
if
be
you
a new
guys
feature.
if you guys go on my Facebook, Cobra Alex, I think, Facebook.
Yep, it's Cobra Alex.
Okay. If you go find my pictures, and there's a picture of a 417 that's polar starred. And this thing was polar starred before the jack and any kind of thing existed. And the only way I figured that out is because somebody had already done it. Like somebody had hacked up the mech box and hacked up a fusion engine. Okay, a fusion engine had already hacked up a fusion engine and did it, and I worked off the pictures and did it myself. So I'm just saying, like,
And if you want to find that post, do not give it a pity like. Only like it if you really like it.
give me that frowny pregnant man look post.
No, I actually. So again, I got nothing bad to say about this. I think that the other thing is like I might just buy. Yeah, because I
didn't even think about what you just said though, like with like the Galactic War and the helmets and stuff. Like that's a pretty good idea. Like because I was thinking that in my backpack, but like for those scenario games where people are putting weird things.
Well, here's where I'm not trying to steal anything from B-Fly, but like if you could make that 3D adapter with the 6mm bore kit so that I could get higher pressure air, that would be something I'd love. Now, I'm already working on this with my X-Fog. I think I'm going to buy a new X-Fog because I actually think my setup is pretty good now. And I'm thinking specifically about helmets, which I don't wear often, but when I do, for me, I'm the same way as you. I don't fog much. I especially don't fog much when I don't have to wear gasket kits. Shout out to fields that don't require gasket kits.
Anywhere that's not Minnesota.
No, it's pretty limited, frankly. Honestly, it really is quite limited, guys. And I know I've talked to some people who are horrified at the thought of not wearing a gasket kit. And I'll just say once again, the stats don't. All your muling guys does not meet up with the stats. But there are times when, again, that 6mm end bore kit from B-Fly, I was like, oh yeah, I can feel the air now. I want this for when I'm going to be running a weird system.
Yeah.
And I would run a fan on my chest because, again, for like Star Wars, well, crap, that looks perfect for your Fallout games, your post-apocalyptic games. Dare I say, for your stalker events, something that you can get into at like Action Sports Wisconsin, any of your dystopian future things. Hey, hoses sticking out of your face is a good thing. So that's a cool project. I'm glad. I look forward. In all seriousness, I look forward to seeing more, and I'd love to see some more close-ups.
Well,
so.
if I get my hands on a brand new X-Fog, and if I
not a pity X-Fog, not a pity X-Fog.
If they don't make any noise, and I'm gonna be like, wow, I should have just bought a new X-Fog.
Well, but the other thing Alex, you and I talked about this. We are also not used to that stuff, right? Like there are guys who've been running X-Fogs forever.
Yeah, forever.
And that slight hum is just something they're used to. Like again, I hear the slight hum and it does not.
That hum with my earmores just drove me nuts.
But I mean, we could be talking the perfect vibration as well. Like David was saying, what his concerns. Like it just might hit you with your helmet, and like your system might just resonate. You have the perfect resonating helmet.
That sucks.
Well, and then
I mean,
on that regard too, they also sell a pouch to put the X
which
Fog
might
in
soften it too.
that
Yeah, and I have
softens
one
it
of
up.
those. You could try it.
Yep, I have one. You know,
Yeah.
I don't usually use mine.
I don't use my pouch either. I was gonna use it, but then it got to be too much on the back of my helmet with my battery pack for my camera, and then so I was stacking it, and I was hitting I had my battery pack, and then the X Fog was Velcro to that, and I was smacking my head on everything, and I was like, I need to put two cameras now on my front of my helmet and NVGs just to offset the weight. And then what I did was I took my X Fog and I moved it above my battery pack so it sits more closer up to the, you know.
Well, and what Slim said, the saying is there's a will, there's a way. There's also, necessity is the mother of invention, right? Like those sayings are like that's part of Alex's, like if it's not one of his mantras, it should be. Like he's definitely a guy who'll be like, there's a problem in something I've got or something I'm doing. What can I do to fix it? Like Alex survives on projects. And when he doesn't have one, Alex is not a happy boy.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
You like to tinker. You're a natural tinkerer, dude. It's a good thing.
Airsoft.
I wanted something different.
So now we're in that zone where we're complimenting him, and he doesn't know how to handle that. So we can't be too mean. We can't be too nice.
He's a
We have to be
millennial.
right in the
That's
middle.
what happens. He he needs a participation ribbon.
I don't think that. No, I'm in the gray zone of millennials.
What year were you born?
82.
Nope. You're yep. Yeah, it's
We're in the gray zone because the end of millennials, the beginning of millennials, and the millennials have nothing in common.
Oh no. That's why I say I'm a Zennial. I'm a Gen Xer, but a millennial. Because I grew up without the internet. I grew up without cell phones, but I got
When
it.
were you born?
85.
Yeah. You had the internet at high school.
Yes, I had internet in high school, but I didn't have internet
Right,
prior to
Gabe?
high school.
I'm not saying
Gabe?
anything, guys. I'm not.
I grew up on
told my age
Oregon
enough
Trail
times.
and Number Munchers. Thank you very much.
I grew up on a different kind of. Never mind. That's a terrible joke. Alex, do you have any other projects you want to share tonight?
I was getting ready for batteries not included. So
Batteries not included this Sunday, Crossfire. It is your non-standard platform game. If you want to talk more, we will.
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I don't know. I'm looking at the shotgun. Like I was playing around with my pistol today. And
Both
I don't
viable.
know.
Both are viable. Should I get?
Yeah.
Should I get? Here, I'm gonna grab
Did you
something.
get your other shotgun yet?
No, don't bring that up.
Don't mock him. Don't stir him up. Let
Well,
me grab
I
a
did-
gun that I think would be great.
I did find a new shotgun I really want, but
Are
I'm not
dual
gonna-
wield
I'm not gonna-
allowed?
yes, they are allowed. Why wouldn't they be allowed?
Now here's
You're
the
allowed to have
question. We plan on live streaming from of it. Which stream? We'll wait for Gabe. What stream should we stream to this weekend? Should it be an MAA stream or should it be the Airtism stream?
I mean, we're gonna watch people melt. We're gonna watch.
It's
people
gonna be that
sleep.
hot again.
It's gonna be It's only gonna be in the mid 80s this weekend.
Oh,
Nice.
I'll have to wear a hoodie.
Yeah, amazing. So, guys, a question came up again on one of the threads, and it's from Firebird Brent. For those who don't know who Brent is, he was the original runner of the Dark Zone series at Crossfire, which was Dark Zone from the Division series of video games. It was a great series. They ran it for, I think they ran it, Firebird Brent and his crew ran it for
3 years, I think. 3 or 4 years.
Did you say 3? I think it's 3, and then they ran for another 2 years under someone else's, two other guys who decided to run it, and this was the first year that they're taking a break. So it's a non-standard gun game. It's your GBBs, your GBBRs, your gas shotguns, your AEPs. So AEPs are not the same as AEGs. Like this is the new VFC MP7. This is an AEG, but there's a Tokyo Marui AEP. They also have a Scorpion. Like it's for weird guns, and for those guys who just like to run pistols, it's a great game. A
Is it
question was,
Scorpion AEP or is it
yeah, there's a Scorpion. There's a Scorpion. There's a Tokyo Marui Scorpion AEP. They're
So
100%.
that's an AEP.
Because I own it. Yeah. So there was a question of, hey, can I run a high kappa with an HPA tap mag? Nothing HPA
No.
tapped. Nothing HPA tapped is allowed.
Except.
No, HPA tapped mags.
Oh.
But you can have your HPA tapped shotgun and you can have your HPA sniper rifles.
Can I
Both of
bring
those
my
are included.
HPA tapped X-Fog?
You want to talk about a buzz in your head? I'm really fogging. So like this game is great. So like I own 6 AAPs because I'm a weirdo. Carbine version, a lot of different versions of it. This would be considered a rifle, a GBBR rifle, even though it's a pistol modified to a rifle. But you can run your long Glock mags. But I think you can only run 3. So like I purchased this for the intention of playing BNI, and then I've actually never played it because I'm always helping run
Franklin,
it. So,
there you go. Franklin the other day was sending me, just because so he had a place to send them and wouldn't lose them, 3D printed models for his AAP01 that pretty much turns it into right there, all 3D print.
Like there's an MP7 kit for the AAP that was, I don't know, somewhere from Asia. I got one of the original prints and it was rough. It was real rough. But now people are remaking those. Like again, what people are 3D printing now, guys, is incredible. There's a guy building a 50 BMG that he's printing from scratch. He's just taking some parts from existing guns. So like, but anyway, back to as it relates to BNI and as Alex was mentioning, like the shotgun is still, I would argue, an HPA shotgun would be peak, guys.
No. What Slim's gonna write rules?
Yeah.
Slim's gonna break rules
No, he's gonna get rules written
for his weird crap.
Well, that lever action will not be allowed next year.
His lever AR
will not be allowed next year.
You think
it's
so?
Evil. It's evil.
It's not evil. It's great.
But
I only say that because I own them too. But so this,
and I already have
funny.
one in my cart.
Well, see, you were showing yours. How yours is considered a rifle, right? SMG. Yep. But like this, if you can kind of see it, is a pistol.
Unless you shoot it full auto.
Take the suppressor off. Take the suppressor off.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but take the suppressor off.
Yeah. It's a pistol.
And you can run it that way as long as it doesn't shoot full auto.
Yeah. It's a wee Glock.
Yep. So I mean, you can run. So if you just run a GBB pistol, you can run as many mags as you want. You can run 20 mags if you have them.
I do.
So does that mean you're going to run pistol?
No, but yeah, see, like...
I'll be honest, like, running a pistol is not a bad idea. It keeps you light, and if it's going to be in the 80s, maybe not 90s, like, running light at this game, there's a lot of movement in this game. If Joe is still here, Joe... I feel like Joe has run just about every platform you can run at a batteries not included, and I think Joe's been to every batteries not included as well. Joe can tell you what'll work, and I actually think the Levar will run real well. The thing that'll be interesting, Slim, is if we get more numbers, will that be better or worse for your kind of play style? I don't know. We'll see. Because when there's only 20 guys, 15 to 20 guys. Oh my God! You can be sneaky and creepy. Don't break stuff. But like if we double that again, I want 40. I'd love to see 40 to 50 players at BNI this time, and it's a bummer because I know some people just can't come this year. Like then you have more targets, but you engage at shorter ranges, or if you have something appropriate, longer ranges. More is all. Don't be a size queen, Slim.
Wow.
I'm just not sure which shotgun I'm going to bring.
Bring them all.
I might bring them all.
Try them out. I mean, this is an opportunity. Yeah, this is. I might buy your trailer and then.
Yeah.
Or you can donate the trailer and anyway.
I'll do the double shotgun.
Like Joe, I don't know what you're running this year. Are you running a GBBR?
Yeah, he's got. I think he's got that DF.
I think he's moved to that because the people who play this game you learn what your favorite gun's going to be for this kind of series of games. Slim, you will love this game. You will do very well with that short stroke kit on your Levar. We'll call it a Levar 7, but I know there's more to it than that now. Like that'll be a great gun. Shotguns historically rule the game. I agree. It's a lot of the engagements are not at range. So like I know that one year, because Joe and Jeff both they as collectively they own a TM MP7 and a Scorpion, and like they use that because those can be full auto, but the range is so short. I think at some point they're like, nah, it's not worth it. You need something strong enough to make far shots, but also that spread. You throw that up on 6-shot over 3-shot on your shotguns. Yeah. Anyway, we all three of us are going to be there in different capacities. I'm 100% reffing. Alex is hopefully going to play, and David's probably going to do a mix of reffing and filming.
Mhm.
So we'll all be out there this Sunday. So we hope to see you all out there. That was a tangent on what shotgun to run because Alex was talking about running shotguns. But there are some. If you're a GBBR owner, here's again my challenge to. This is your gun. This is your game to play with where your gun could be really powerful. And why wouldn't you come to that? I am running the DE Noveski M4 GBBR. Oh, you're a fancy lad. But we will also have our MAC 10, AEP, and MP7 AEP. Because when stuff hits your base, you might need to spray and pray.
Is an MP7 an AEP?
There is an AEP that is an MP7.
So we're talking MP7 as AEP as like the Tokyo Marui
Yes,
style.
correct. The old AEP
Oh, yeah,
MP7,
yes.
that is allowed at this game. Something like my Bullcraft Industry.
Scorpion, the
That's just
MAC
pointing at me.
10.
Yep, all those AEPs are allowed, but these would not. This is a full size MP7 model, and that is an AEG. These are not allowed. The Tokyo Marui AEPs, which again you don't just find anymore.
Hence, batteries not included. If it takes a battery, it's not allowed.
If it takes
an AEP is battery operated.
I mean, but it's a kid's battery, right? Like the batteries for the AEPs are garbage. So, yeah, I actually have the mods. I can put a regular
had a Scorpion battery for a while. It was fun to shoot.
It's fun for indoor. Hey, when indoor airsoft opens, if they have rules around things like that, hey, an AEP might be peak. I keep using that because that's the word.
Full auto. The full auto was ridiculous. It was like me.
Well, again, I put a battery upgrade kit so I can put a regular lipo onto.
Yes. You gotta rewire it to like a freaking mech box.
Yes, you do. Oh, to a battery box. It will blow up that gun. It will 100% blow up that gun. So. Yeah, it's a little 7.2 NICAD. NICAD technology. That's what, because these, gosh, Joe, like AEPs are 15, 20-year-old technology. Like these are old guns, guys. Like I don't think I see people reference them every once in a while, like, oh, you should buy an AEP. I want to buy an AEP. It's not an LPEG, which were the super low power electric guns, which also shot like 6 feet. But like these are old guns. Maybe you can still get them in Japan. But
I traded my Scorpion for that double shotgun, the Jag Arms double shotgun.
Really? So that was recent?
Yeah, that was like last year.
Man.
So yeah, the kid was like, I don't know, I would trade this for like a Scorpion. I was like, oh. And then so
yeah,
that's how I got it.
Slim says I'll probably buy some EG-67 grenades. Can do a lot of damage at this game. And the missions for this game are interesting as well. There is a destruction aspect to this game, which is meant to, like, you have to destroy things, but you have to shoot them or blow them up. When you're limited on how many mags you can carry and how many rounds you can have in those mags, reckon the organizer of the game knows what he's doing. Do you want to survive a shootout or do you want to destroy this for points? But you're going to have to pick what you're going to do with your BBs. There's a purpose for everything at this game. So, yeah, that evolved to a batteries not included rant, and I think that was good.
It'll be fun. So if you guys can go. It'll be a great time.
Weather looks good. Low rain. Should be cooler. And then again, it's always good to show some support for Crossfire. They're one of the farther fields now, which is not saying much. They're in that hour range. So
20 minutes.
except David, yeah, I was gonna say that's why you have to go, David. You're super close.
I can walk
Everything's
there.
an hour.
Yeah, I knew Well Pro still sells AEPs, Joe. I've heard, but I also hear they blow. So they're clones as well. Yes, there'll be Ares Alpha boxes as well. I have to program them, but there will be 3 Ares Alpha boxes in play. I know how 2 are going to be used. The third is TBD. TBD.
I gotta brush up on my Ares Alpha boxes stuff because Alistair asked me to be able to help him program those for the next Legends of the
Program
Valley.
Line,
Yeah,
which is coming up. That's in August. That's August 15th. So
yeah.
we will not be using the app. Probably we're going to use them as standalone boxes for batteries not included.
Yeah.
For those who were like, oh, I need to get my phone board for the app. Yes, probably not for batteries not included, but for future games, yes, 100%.
They just got back in stock the multicam one.
Which
Dirty
one?
Bastards. Dirty Bastards just got the multicam back in stock.
I really like it. I used it this weekend. I'm really
They
happy about it.
They might be sending us a couple.
Oh shit! Good for God. This is why I buy it. Talk about it. You get free ones. This all works out. Tangentially to this, I did a brain dump on my way home from Tarkov on Saturday. It's going to post at 9. So tonight, guys, which I know you guys love all of my brain dumps, my ridiculous double chin airsoft brain dumps. So that'll post tonight at 9, and I do talk about
Your phone
the
board.
DBC phone board. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a video about phone boards because again I own like 7 of them, and I've only used like 2 of them actually. But I really like this one. I do like it, and I'm gonna start running it more. And Alex, per our conversation, most phone boards are flip phone. What is that? Horizontal. I'm probably going to build my own mod so that I can do one that's vertical, regular phone orientation, so I can keep it up and film. And then if I want to do more traditional videos from that, which is a little sketchy, I'll admit, having your phone recording while you're playing, people are going to blast you with it, or blast you in that spot perfectly. But I'm gonna create my own mod for that so that I can have that option. So
Cool.
yeah, that'll be good. Again, we all have projects and things we're willing to do. Like I'll buy something brand new and immediately cut it to parts or take it apart so that I can do something else with it. Alex is a build it from scratch kind of guy.
No, I take stuff apart.
You
Right.
love to take stuff apart, but you also like to build. You take it apart so you can understand it, and then you build things that you improve the designs.
We talked about dual wielding pistols at BNI, right? That's allowed.
Yep. Yep. 100%.
Slim won't be able to run his 4.8, so a few people will be safe.
I don't know. You'll still be able to. You'll still be because I can't remember what their limit is. 3.6, something like that. But you'll be able to get some shots. You just have to play with your hop up. How was Tarkov? Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, 10th raid. That was Saturday at Action Sports, Wisconsin. It was good. It was smaller than any of the Tarkovs I've been to, and this was 10th, and I think again we started at 3rd raid, Alex, something like that. It was smaller. The owners just didn't really have time to promote this one. I actually addressed this in my brain dump. There will 100% be one next year. It's just going to be a little bit of a redesign. Whether or not we're welcome, no, we will always be welcome. Whether or not we're welcome,
what'd you do?
No, we're fine. It's actually funny where we normally are historically as a defenders. They gave to another NPC group, and with the changes to action sports that we've seen at AMS as Northern Front 6 and other games, like I was like, oh, I don't want to defend that. Now I watch them defend that, and I was like, okay, it's actually in some ways it's better. Like that said, the people who were attacking the base, their hearts weren't in it. I threw 12 total grenades, I think, but nobody else followed me. Oh yeah, all in within the frame of 15 minutes. I was there again as an NPC to try to encourage guys to go, to try to move and I was trying to help them, and nobody really followed. So there were a couple of us NPCs we were all in the front. We all died multiple times, but our whole purpose was to try to encourage the players, the attacking players, to do something. Nope. I think that's how I described it in my brain dump too. Nope. With a heavy emphasis on the. They just gave up. They quit on us. It was terrible. But it was good. And that loot and shoot kind of game, this was very interesting because it was fewer players. If you were a lot more individual players. There was a guy who made $1 million, which is not usually
How
possible.
the hell
But
we?
his whole
Game money.
game money, yes.
Oh.
That's otherwise. If we could
I was
translate
like,
the
is he
and-
C7
well,
Viper?
so like $100,000 in game is one grenade. So technically, he could have bought 10 grenades. So from in-game money point of view, it wasn't much, but like his whole purpose was when anybody was doing something else, like during this attack that we did, he's like, I'm not doing that attack. Well, all you suckers are busy fighting each other. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna deploy, find my loot, extract. And he did that literally in like the 15 minutes we spent doing this fight. He maybe did 5 or 6 rounds of looting because nobody was paying attention to him. And he said, no, that was my plan. Like, I knew you guys, everyone, the attackers and defenders would be so occupied, I could do whatever I wanted on the rest of the field. And that is exactly what he did. And one other guy did it too. I don't think he was as successful. But if you've never played that kind of dystopian loot and shoot, it can be fun. I think it's funner if you're young and in shape, especially if it's in the 90s.
Round is a shape.
I mean, round is a shape, right? Pear is a shape. The heat casuals we had, and we had a couple, tended to be thicker boys. And it was, I wouldn't say it was
I read
towards
on
truck.
some talking about heat cache. I thought I read a comment on somebody's TikTok that they at a field they had a heat cache before the game even started. Not at AMS, at a different field, but one of the other fields. They had someone go down before the game even started on Saturday.
It's possible,
Yeah.
right? Like this is where, and again, my brain dump has a couple things, and heat is one of them. You gotta prepare your gear for the environment you're in. If it's rainy, you gotta bring rain gear. If it's hot, you probably gotta roll a little bit lighter. If it's colder, you gotta bundle up. Like bundle up but be breathable. Like I think if you played this last weekend and you wore your regular kit, which was 20 pounds of gear, like here's where I would say, I'm sure if our buddy Thomas Skurzik was out there playing, he had his 2 10-pound plates on and he was running around being a sweaty guy. Man, those are the days where you don't push yourself. Now his conditioning's pretty good, so that's the X factor there. But yeah, you got to change your gear when it's hot. Sometimes if you're Alex, who's disappeared, I'm assuming he's putting on his sleeveless shirt for all of us to see.
And
Yeah.
zassless chaps.
That's for the difference.
So it was.
How
it
was
was
D-Day?
it was at D-Day apparently.
Was it at D-Day?
Paintball
Some big
mask and a
boys.
hoodie.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Oh, can you imagine, chat? On a upper 80s, low 90s degree day with no wind and humidity, paintball, fogging. Not only top that, but and a hoodie. This is where a lot of us just get used to getting shot, but some people are like, I don't want to get shot. Yeah, that was D-Day. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some TikToker. I forget his name off the top of my head. He just randomly came across my field, and I'm like, I recognize that field.
Oh yeah, I know that field. Yeah.
I know.
And both
yeah.
both Twin Cities Airsoft and Big Lake had events last Saturday, a D-Day event at Big Lake and Red White Reload at TCA, Twin Cities Airsoft. Both had 100-some players. That's great. So we had 200 players playing in that heat at those two fields.
210.
Crossfire had
200.
had about 10. And I didn't hear what Crossfire had.
Yeah, I don't know what Crossfire had.
Sorry. Yeah.
It was, and again, we knew the numbers were going to be down at Champion because of the 2 big games.
Yep,
and and then I think we ended up coming out about 15 by the end of the day because we had some people come late, and that's what we had on Sunday too. It was a great group of people. they came out. I hung out right in front of the AC unit and drank a bunch of Gatorade.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of people were there like, hey, I came down to play just because I needed to buy stuff. So I figured I'd play for a little bit, and I needed to buy stuff at the store.
Right, and because they're so close to the cities, that's why I'll say again, going and playing for an hour or two. Then, like that's Alex's kind of mo, right? Like he will go. That's why he's such a stickler for games starting on time. Is he'll show up and be like, I'm gonna play 3-4 games, then I'm done. Right, Alex?
Yeah, it's exactly what I do. Typically, like, and a lot of that's got to do with like, dude, I'm there by myself and I don't know anybody. Like I like to meet the
Everybody knows
people
you.
there.
Yeah.
I like to meet a lot of the people there and like just like talk about guns. I love hearing the new airsoft players like, oh yeah, I just bought this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Like,
Then you like to destroy their dreams.
Speaking
Part of my
about
video is
purchasing. Well,
So-
go ahead.
and it's just like, I just like hearing the guys, and I'm like, and I was like, yeah, I got the same story, man. But then for some weird reason, I've been using the same gun for the last 15 years.
Joe, what you said about heat is 100% true, and that's part of my video about heat is hydration and health are factors, right? Like if you're healthy and you hydrate, but at some point it doesn't matter. At some point everybody breaks, and then that's the third X factor there is conditioning. And even if you're like, this is why military guys who were in Afghanistan, when we first started fighting wars in deserts, like they forced them to hydrate and they forced them to exercise. Like they were trying to keep them sustainable for all that time in that crazy environment. We're not those guys.
Giving themselves IVs between the toes to stay hydrated.
Yeah, banana bags, man. Like 100%. Like you can be the best hydrated and still be a heat cache. Because at some point your body's just gonna be like, no, I'm done. I'm too tired. And sometimes it's not heat. It's just exhaustion. Like I see so many guys just crash and they're like, I'm totally sapped of all energy. I'm like, yeah, man.
When I played on Sunday, like I was like a shade fighter, dude. Like, I would just post up a position in shade, and that was it.
That was Twin Cities. That was Twin Cities' whole pitch for the weekend. Hey, it's 15 to 20 degrees cooler under the tree cover.
It'd be one of the times when they're like, "Hey, we're going to Pines," and I'd be like, "Sweet."
Yep.
Normally, I don't want to take a walk to Pines. Yeah.
You're gonna give my ass a ride on the side by side. You're gonna give my ass a ride there, but I'll play there.
Let's play in Connexes. You mean the oven fields?
I feel
Connexes
like
turn into ovens at 90 degrees.
Please, somebody come out and rotate me in 20 minutes.
Baste me and rotate me.
Keep in mind, that's how we played in Texas.
Oh, Joe, this is why having military friends who still had access to IVs when we first started playing, that was a lifesaver. Also, not lifesaver, the candy. Also, back in the day when we were younger and maybe alcohol the night before a game was something we still did. Having IVs the next morning was real useful. Hey, welcome, Molo. Welcome to the stream tonight.
Molo Tovo Nurser.
Nurser. Rolls off the tongue. Goggles kid wanting to play more MN games. Right, man. Where do you play all the fields? If you have any questions about anything, let us know.
Yeah. So earlier there, who was it? Was it Viper that had a question that we probably I don't even know how to answer directly, but how we differ how what's the difference between the two of us, the MAA and Project Echo? I feel that we don't talk enough about that per se. We're two different entities that just partnered up for this.
Yep.
And somehow I'm just here.
Well, I mean, I think the thing that what I've been telling people is, so the Minnesota Airsoft Association has been around for 26 years, but we've just done different things. This is like, we just started really doing social media this year. It's not like we haven't been around on Facebook, but we're old, and so Facebook isn't widely used. David is a newer player, frankly. You're just about at your 1 year. You're at your 1 year.
This last weekend would have been 2 years.
Okay, so 2 years of airsoft play, but he's been very interested in doing filming. So when we started working together, in fact, actually, we started after Fall Gag last year when you shot the video of a really cool Hawaiian guy doing launcher stuff. That's where we started to hang out a little bit more. And now we're just we're kind of in a what's the two life
Collaborate.
forms existing off each other.
Collaboration.
Collaborate, yes, but I'm just we're not coexisting because that seems a little more
It's like the
Cohabitating.
bird on the hippo thing, where the
Yeah.
bird eats the
Yeah.
bugs
Yeah,
out
I'm
the
not sure
hippo
who's
or
the bird and
something.
who's the hippo here, but like we are supporting each other. And here's where I'll just throw out again: if you have channels and you want us to relink on your side, like we are here. And that's I think what we're really agreeing on between David and I and Alex is we all have egos, but like we're no ego here. We are just here to support each other and support the community. And David has said it before. I've said it before. Alex believes this is if we just if we keep boosting each other, the whole Minnesota, the whole Midwest airsoft community benefits. So, that it's a perfect storm of we just started working together for this year. I'm sure we will have a rock and roll band parting of ways that we'll have to address publicly. We'll have to, get lawyers and publish our accounts, our books. But that's still a couple years away. So something to look forward
20 years
20,
away.
yes. When we can do airsoft as a job. To be clear, if we go into the 20 years from now, I will be in my 70s because I'm an old man.
And I'll be in my 60s.
I don't think I wonder how long I'll play.
Forever.
Like doing this kind of stuff.
We're
I could do forever.
sprinkling your ashes at a Third Coast
great.
game.
Yeah, I'll shoot it out of a shell.
That would be the
Out of
best.
his mortar. Out of his mortar, we'll shoot him.
Which I've never actually used. So,
Hey, speaking of mortar, did you see that they're just selling the finned mortars?
oh, they are. They actually have them. I did not see that, but that's what I wanted.
They just stopped. I went on their website a couple days ago, and it's just the finned mortar.
I mean, it's only, and that was going to become the replacement, and that's. I don't know if they're more expensive. I'll check into it. I probably won't pre-order those, but I'll buy some when we're down in Texas for Starburst.
Don't forget your compass.
Right. I still got to reach out. Like, here's the thing. I don't think I'll ever use that compass. I just have to get the app. From our friend Brandon at Index. Like, he wrote a really nice app, but because I haven't actually used that mortar. Like again, I actually bought that again for our org and for us to use locally. We're allowed by insurance. But like I'm gonna be shooting tag-ins.
That thing terrifies me, to be honest with you.
Well, the fact that I'm not terrified of it from like when we saw guys, and I actually found the footage from Alex. I found the footage that I shot from Stonebreaker. Like people were lighting those mortars and they were shaking and they're like before they dropped it down the tube. I am not that guy, but I know what will happen if they blow up in our faces, and I don't want that to happen. There's a lot of pyro on those charges. So.
I will be buying at least one round, so when we are at Starburst, I can shoot one round just to say I've shot it.
This is again shout out to our buddy Rich, who usually who runs Baker Company that we play with when we go to Third Coast Airsoft games. He's like, if you buy the mortar, I'll arrange it so people can buy rounds. And I was like, cool. Like people can use. I mean, it's just the tube. Alex, we need to think about some mods that we want to do to that. But like, if everybody's like, I'll buy one round if I can use it, go for it. That tube is going to be available to all of Baker Company. And everyone on our platoon or whatever our squad's going to be. I bought that to play with, but that same's probably going to go if I'm going to use it around here. Maybe now that they have the finned, call back to the current shells I have go 180 meters now.
They said like 220. Didn't they say like 220?
220, I think, is what the new ones with the fins will go on, relatively speaking. I will shoot the old ones as soon as I buy new ones. So we'll have at least 3 shells that we can just pop off somewhere locally that I don't really care about. But yeah, the finned ones, again, $40 to $50 a round.
Minneapolis?
It's not like
those things are timed, right?
Yes, they are timed. Everything's timed.
Okay,
There's
I was
no
just gonna
impact
say you
zone.
could just shoot them at the lake, just for fun. Just
Yeah, but once they hit the water, I don't know what would happen.
no, just shoot them straight up in the air.
I mean, they will go straight up for a long time. Like the hang time is impressive, guys. I really do. I need to see what video. Again, I found the video from Stonebreaker that we went to in March, where I took videos of the class. Because if you're gonna buy that mortar system, the IWA mortar system, mortar system from Third Coast Airsoft, they make you go through a class. They 100% make you go through a class.
I got it bookmarked. I'm going to take it before Starburst.
Anyone can go.
Just
In fact, we'll have the mortar there. Like, again, if we're going to do a tripod or some kind of monopod, that's what we got to start looking at, Alex.
How accurate is it? Fairly accurate to the point where if I set up a camera, if I sacrifice one of my cameras, can we hit my camera with it and get footage?
We can get close. And we want to do the cluster bombs. The cluster bombs are the way to go. Like when we were doing it, again, it's a mortar system, right? Like you have to account for windage.
Yep.
You have to account for your range and your angle. And this is why when you just had, so again, this mortar is a tube. It's a glorified tube with a base plate that you can step on to hold. But like you have your tube, you get your compass, you're figuring out your direction and your elevation. And then this is why a two-person mortar team is better, because like one guy is watching the tube based on like having rangefinders is 100%. The app that Brandon from Endex made, you can actually superimpose the map of where you're at and then try to, you can get good numbers with that. And you can use, the compass on your phone as well. So there's lots of options here. But like what we saw was guys would do it with one hand and they'd be like, okay, here's my compass. I'm figuring out my elevation. Okay, now I'm going to grab the round. And then the mortar was moving. So this is why having something like a bipod or a monopod or the kind, I'm not sure what they call it, but the kind that you can use a crank to actually
we need
hold
like
that range.
We need like a trailer mount, put it on a trailer and be rolling around behind the Humvee and be
And I'm interested to see if they'd ever put it on mobile, but like that, like the accuracy, like when we first shot, and I think we were shooting at something like 175, 180 meters, they had it like the guys who were doing the class, and I forgot the main guy's name and I apologize. He's like, oh, I already ranged this. This is where we're going to start. Bring your mortar up. Like, this is how you use it. It was pretty dead nuts every shot. The thing that came into play then was, your crosswinds. That 100% played into it. So like they actually were at the point where they were hanging ribbons for I saw another guy hang a ribbon during the game and then back way the hell back. That almost was the second F. So that he could start tagging in people. So like it got, for the guy, there was one guy who ran probably a dozen shells out of his mortar, maybe more. Like that
dude.
guy, that guy was actually
he went with the wet ones and like lost his whole.
Yeah. That was the one guy, but he actually went on the field and tried to set up things like snipers do, right? He tried to set up locations on field so he could watch the wind. So when he was back, and then he backed off, and I mean, he had a hell of a day. He had a lot of fun that day. But like, if you think I spent a lot of money, spending $1,200 on tag-ins, he spent more than I did. Oof.
Okay, back to the question: if money wasn't an object, I've changed my goals. Airsoft AC-130, an AC-130 gunship. Just could you imagine flying over like Twin Cities Airsoft or Champion Valley or Big Lake and be like AC-130 inbound and just shit coming
this
flying?
Is where, guys, there are games, and Third Coast usually has the feature of a chopper. A chopper on hand. Has Mir done that too? Do you know?
I can't remember.
I can't remember who is, but like riding in a chopper and shooting out of a chopper is not an unheard thing in larger mill simulators.
No, and then what's her face in Wisconsin does it?
What's her face in Wisconsin?
Black Ops.
Oh, Bristol. Yeah, Bristol does it. Bristol doesn't do it all the time, but they have had some videos recently of it happening. And here's the thing I'll say: I have very little interest in shooting an AEG.
Took you long enough.
I would love to deploy from a helicopter.
Yeah,
which is something
fast
nothing to do.
fast rope out of a
Uh,
helicopter.
No,
They don't trust you to do that.
Oh.
There's no way. But they will land it and you can get out and then
No,
do a
I want
mission.
a fast rope.
That happened a couple years ago to Twin Cities Airsoft. That was their tier 1 actually. They had a group of guys who did helicopter insertions, but they landed. And that, I think that was GTI. And
I was fast rope certified in another life,
okay.
25 years ago.
I was gonna say, and hey, your weight's down, so maybe that's okay. I find like some people love it, but blade wash definitely makes shooting weird. You can't shoot back. In fact, shooting back at the chopper can get you banned from a game. It's BBs just falling down like rain, so you might like when we had choppers in play at Stonebreaker in March. I was not concerned. I wasn't concerned about shots.
From
coming
all the
just
videos
aim
I've
for a
seen,
rag.
you would be better off grabbing your bottle of BBs and then flying over and just dumping them out over.
Yeah.
Sure.
As a player, is it cool? Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's another experience.
Yeah, it's 100% an experience. And
Well-
then our friend, I'll reference our friend Reckon again, who's running batteries not included this Sunday. He has historically done the chopper mission with a tag and launcher, and that's a much different experience. I would do that right away. Dropping arty down on vehicles from the air.
MK5s.
Oh, hell yeah.
MK5s.
Well, and here's the thing. They don't allow that. It's actually got to be launchables because
Oh.
dropping grenades that can go flying. And actually, at Stonebreaker, they didn't allow tag-ins because there was a bad batch of tag and launchables that were actually blowing up in the tubes. I've not experienced it. I do not want to experience it. But like, so they didn't allow tag and launching. And I reckon was like, well, I don't know what the point is then. And he just grabbed an MG and he still did it. But yeah, aerial RD dropping.
Yes, that would
100%.
definitely be clips of like that would.
And
Okay.
actually, Reckon has film. We should get some of that. But all right, where are we at here? I mean, we're almost at 9, so I'm probably gonna start winding down. Yeah, Franklin. I will between Alex and I 4. Oh, but you can't go now. You're not going to Starburst now. Right?
No.
Is that, yeah, you can't go.
His mistress said no.
Ooh, salty.
Oh no, she knows she's the mistress. I'm the yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Going back to bears and everything else, bears and beards. Yeah, I'll say for people who are going to Starburst with us, we will have a lot of launchers. Now you got to buy your own rounds, but everything will be tag and capable, and we look forward to you using them and getting addicted to launchers.
I may have to, get a part-time job once I'm down there to get back, but hey, whatever.
This is where I'm all like, I'm going to buy $1,000 worth of pyro before we get there, and I'm like, I don't really have $1,000 to spend on pyro right now, but
You'll find it.
I will find it. It's
We're
called
accepting
credit cards.
donations at the MAA PayPal and the Project Echo PayPal.
Yeah, it's 100% fun to be in a chopper. I won't lie, but at some point it's the practicality of it. I also want to shoot at choppers, but again, that's not allowed.
Yeah,
I want to know if a Reaper round would reach a chopper. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. I'd also recommend bringing 4 batteries.
For what?
Is that from if you're going to be on a chopper or just playing any game?
Because
Hey, this is Airsoft Phantom says let's normalize airsoft claymores. What one do you want to normalize?
Yeah.
I say inquisitively, as someone who owns probably more claymores than anybody else right now. Or if you're doing HP3, yeah, man. No, I mean, so I actually own 6 13 CI tanks, which is all for launchers, and we have run out of those frequently. And then for my HPA guns, I'm running different things. I'm actually getting to get a couple more, but I know what you're talking about for the game, but you got to tell me what claymore.
I have 6 batteries that I will be packing. And I haven't decided if I think I will have my HPA set up, and if we're going to be finding ourselves getting in more distance, I'll switch over to my HPA because it's It's more of a DMR style.
We don't know what our vehicle situation will be. I know that, we didn't get to be in the vehicle as much as we wanted to at Stonebreaker, which I was fine with. Alex wanted some more time. We might get some more opportunities this time. We don't know who's all staffing, and there is a hierarchy of like seniority, but also Rich wants other people to get some vehicle time. So, and probably Rich, if you haven't seen it, Rich has a knee injury, so he will not be as mobile. So he might be mobile
I think
command
he's coming this weekend.
He is. But I already told Reckon this. He's like, oh, Rich is gonna be there and he's gonna ref, and I was like, you can't let him move around too much. I'm gonna help Rich.
I'm gonna duct tape his ass to a chair at the streaming desk. And
we need to take care of Rich so he can be at Starburst with us as his old form, which I don't think is gonna happen. But I'm gonna help keep him as healthy as we can because he's our bro. And Stingray Claymore, thanks, Joe.
Oh God!
Thanks for that, Joe. I actually still want to buy new stuff from Stingray, though. I actually think the Stingray design is great. I just need their QC to be better. I've said this before. I just did not have time nor interest, if I'm being frank, to invest more money in that. But I totally still want to. I'm still going to do it. It might be a fall project.
The Matrix.
The Matrix Spring one?
Yeah, the M1A1. M81. I don't know.
Let me look at it real quick. If it's the one
all-terrain wheel.
That's the old crappy one. That's like
I have 2 of those sitting in my house right now, and they suck.
If I the one I have to use the remote. Some have that remote. Remember that one?
Yep. I have 2 of those in my house right now. They blow.
And again, it's hard. It's hard to use those because most fields have rules against booby traps. It's gonna be. I'm assuming most mill sims have rules about booby traps.
So you can buy the Nerf version of that one.
It's the same thing.
Phantom, and it sucks. Yeah. And when I say sucks, let me temper that. Let me actually give you an actual review. They are hard to set up. They are not reliable. That's the biggest problem. And also the spring effect, which is actually fairly impressive, throws everything off. So if you're not using proper stakes, if you're not you can't just set them up, the whole thing will fall over. So my whole thing with those is they're just not. I have the original versions of those, which aren't Matrix because Matrix came along later. I have the cheaper ones you can get on Amazon. I have 2 other brands that were USB remote kind, but still the spring design. I actually think and again, I say this, and everybody if you haven't seen my videos on Stingray's seen them. I'm not slamming them. I actually think their video it's a compressed air version with removable shells. Cost-wise, it's maybe a little more cost prohibitive, but like that design generally I like. The ones I tested did not. The quality control wasn't fantastic. They say they've made improvements, and of course they have. It's been now a couple years since they've started. I will try those again. I liked the design. I did. I actually did. I just didn't have good luck. And when you're paying X amount of dollars, again, like we were just saying earlier, everything costs money. So what am I paying? What am I spending my money on? Different things that I wanted to try.
ROI.
Yeah. What's my ROI? Like I will say that though I'm a launcher guy that went ahead and jumped into a $1,200 tag-in ML36. Alex and I bought our Nova Laws, which were only like $300. Like we spent money on launchers that we could reuse. Stingray, part of Stingray's thing is that they actually have launchers, right? They are one-time use. They're not terribly expensive. They're $30 a piece, I think. That has a very specific market too. Like a lot of you are like, oh, $10 for an EG67 is a lot of money. It's not. I'm not going to argue that point. For everybody, that means money means something different. For some people who are like, I just want to have one launcher, a one-time use launcher. I'm not going to spend $300. I'm sure as hell not going to spend $1,200 and then have to buy the rounds on top of it. That one-time shot launcher from Stingray might be a choice for you.
It's $30, I think.
I think that's
yeah. I think that's what they're going
per
for.
per tube. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So the single tube. Would think about if you took a tank out with that, a technical.
You'd be real thrilled. You'd be thrilled, right? And that might be again from an accessibility point of view, from a money point of view. If you're just at a game and you're like, oh crap, there's technicals here. What are the rules? Oh, EG67s don't kill them. Oh crap, I need a launcher. My hand launcher doesn't count or whatever. There's a lot of things that come and play there. If they had Stingray launchers and you're like, oh, so I could spend $30 in the chance to get this, Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's the best place to sell them. Is at a big event. They
Big
should
event
just
with
set up shop,
launchers. Yeah.
set a
And,
shop at a big event with technicals, and like, hey man, you can get these $30 one-time use tech launchers.
right. And I think that's been their target market. And I've seen some videos of them shooting. I've not shot one. I have not shot one at all because I already own so many other launchers. I'm already invested in Taggins and tennis balls, right? Like I'm already invested in so many other launchers, but that's why those things exist. Going back to their Claymore, I was really interested in their Claymore. That's what I want because I have been playing for 29 years and I've wanted an effective Claymore all this whole time. And I still hold out hope that their newer generations will scratch that itch, but we'll see.
So here's a question: do you think Southern Minnesota's C4 would be allowed at Third Coast?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Because they don't. They need. They want. They need actual.
They need a
hit.
copy of it, and they want it. They're gonna want.
But it's not about that either. They expect reactive, and beep 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 is not reactive.
I thought
They want explosion.
oh, so there's only. I thought they had one when it had like a smoke, like a clay charge in it or something that would go off too. I don't remember. That might have been something else I was looking at. But
I don't think because here's where
Marshall,
making
are
that.
you still in here?
Yeah, if Marshall's still. So here's the thing about that. There's a real fine line
Yeah.
of making homemade bombs.
Right.
I'm not trying to invoke any three-letter agencies, but this
Too
is why
late.
yeah. I mean, we
The
have
IRS.
fans.
The IRS is already in here.
I mentioned nonprofit from Minnesota, so immediately, yeah, the IRS is on us already.
So on another note, Phantom, you said down south. Are you tuning in from outside of Minnesota, or are you in Minnesota? Am I just playing dumb or something here? Is this your first time in here? I'm just kind of curious if we're branching past our borders. Are we big time now?
Are we expanding our borders?
Deportation.
No, that's too far south, but maybe. One guy at Drug War spent the whole day setting up tripwires to grenades. It was awesome. Yeah, if you're allowed to, which when Big Lake usually allows everything. Whether they should or not, different question. But will they allow it? Yes.
At least once.
You can do You can do tiger traps once. Once.
I dug a hole and put leaves over it, and that kid still may be in it. I don't know. I never went back to check.
I will say
spikes
there
at the
have been
bottom. Airsoft spikes.
There's been some discussions of how we could use EG67s for trips, but like David said, a lot of fields don't allow that. A lot of fields don't want booby traps because if you don't collect them and it comes from a different game or a different event, it can be an issue.
So I would say that also with an EG67, it would have to be a pretty hard pull.
Oh yeah.
Now,
and like
a Taggin has a less harder pin. That would be.
Well, it has a pin. It actually has a pin.
Yeah.
Thunderbee.
I already mentioned
the rule of cool. I love that.
That could be a T-shirt for him. I don't know that I'd push that. So I got to use some Mil X smokes. They were old Mil X's. So for those that don't know, Enola Gay has a line of products that they won't sell to civilians. They don't anymore. They used to, but they have these Mil smokes, and they are what are M81 smokes? Is that the military designation for smokes? They are that size and that. And they put out a lot of smoke and they are wonderful. Like their pins are legit. Like you have to manipulate. They're great. Paul, the field manager at Action Sports, I was like, we need smoke to move forward. He's like, and I just saw him out of the corner of my eye jump into his ATV and run off. I was like, oh, sweet. He's getting me smoke. And they ended up being Mil X's. God, do I want to contract with Mil X. So Enola Gay, I know you're not supposed to, but here's a shout out. Please sell me. For game reasons only, please sell me Mil X smokes.
I will figure out what license I need to carry to.
The LE license. It's legit an LE license with LE. You have fire department access.
You forget where I work now.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Alex,
hopefully next month I will be on the fire department.
Can't Brandon get him?
Can't who? Moan?
Brandon? Yeah.
No. Nope. Nobody can get him. Again, everyone I know, because they're not available to civilians, it needs to be on. There's a lot of stuff, guys, where once you start to get into law enforcement or military grade stuff, you have to have on official department letterhead with official credentials. Like, there's a lot of rules once you start to get into the next level of pyro, which is funny because the IWA stuff that you get for Third Coast, you'd think, but no, you can get those. And I will just say, if you're not following their channels, they have other stuff which is not meant for airsoft, but is they still sell. Like, they have smoke rounds. I'm 100% buying some smoke rounds from them for the mortar. It's very cool. All right.
Oh no, Phantom has a video up from Champion Valley, so
Okay, so he's southern Minnesota, or
Southern.
he's Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the south there. Okay.
All right. Well,
Damn it.
it's
Damn
9/11. Not that 9/11.
No. Keep going.
It's after 9. We're gonna start closing down. We're gonna start winding down to honor all of us who are old. Honor your elders. Yeah, I agree, Joe. The Enola Gays are too small. Because it depends on what you want.
Redacted. It got redacted.
What did he say? I love redacted messages. Self-redacted or YouTube redacted.
I don't know. I'm looking.
Although I'll say the pen smokes really do serve a purpose. So I actually might pick up some pen, the smaller Roland Nichols size smoke. Again, they only go for 20 seconds or something like that. But sometimes
I need to try to find a distributor or become a distributor for the I forget what they are now. The big circle orange ones, like
the Marine ones.
The Marshall always has them.
Yeah, those are Marine. Those are just Marine smokes.
Yeah,
that's an Army surplus license. Oh, I just hit my camera. Yeah, those aren't that hard to get. I just don't like the size. Like, they're giant, and depending on where you are in the world, you can't use them. Okay.
They're working on safe landmines. What?
Who is? Oh, yes, they are. So that's more. I'm not burying shit. I'm sorry. That's my second. I'm not burying expensive stuff in the ground. This is why, guys, I don't use Thunder Bees, because I'm not going back to get the cores.
No.
I'm throwing my pyro, and I'm throwing it, and then I'm done with it. I'm not recovering anything anymore. If I can.
And again, you guys would never want us to open a field because it would it'd be EGs and Tagans only. It would be you would go broke coming and playing at our field just to buy the stuff to play there.
All right, Alex, we're gonna close out. You're gonna be at Crossfire this Sunday. What else you got going on for the next week?
Setting up for pretty much Crossfire for batteries not included. Trying to figure out if I'm gonna play or not, what to bring. I don't know. I mean, I could go out and play Saturday too. Maybe, I don't even know. I might be in that itch to go do something because I don't think I have anything going on Saturday. So I don't know yet. I want to go hit that new Hawaiian restaurant. So it's gonna rub it in your face.
One in Burnsville?
Yeah.
Shut up. For those that don't know, Mo Betta opened in Burnsville. It's a Hawaiian restaurant that's gotten very good reviews.
I almost went today.
Really? But you didn't even talk to me? You really were just going to do it and throw it in my face?
I was bored.
Well, we could be bored together on Saturday and go to Mo Betta's, even though I have other stuff to do. David, what else you got going on? You're also going to be at Crossfire on Sunday for batteries not included.
I am going to be at Crossfire for that. My weekend is going to be getting my house in order, but my B-Fly setups, I want to get those somewhat in order so I know that, and then I will be setting this up. If y'all know, just by let's show the screen, that's a little different than.
Focus. So we actually had thought we were maybe going to do
that's a little different than this one.
A discussion about radios and comms. We'll do one later. And maybe it'll be a totally offline video, or maybe we're talking about and we've talked about it in stream before, doing a dedicated gear stream, just because this is Chaos Night. There's a lot of discussion around comms because so many of us are going to Starburst and they use digital radios. and all digital radios will also do analog FRS, GMRS channels. But like, so a lot of people are starting to
With the
buy.
proper licensing.
Mhm. Don't get me started on that. But a lot of people are buying the Baofeng DM32. The DM32s are what Action Sports Wisconsin is running as their primary radios for their field now. So there's a lot of people investing past their fives, right? Your $20 Baofeng 5X3s or 5R3s. So we'll do one, because on top of that is, talking about, your PTTs or your hand mics, your
Do you
antennas.
have?
And here's where, again,
Did I just see that you had a phone style? Oh, I'm building a backpack setup. Where did you get that? Can you just get them online?
I don't remember where I got it, but I think I got it on eBay.
Okay, I need to go.
And actually, my buddy Tank Josh has one of these, and he used it last weekend too. So, it's more an aesthetic when we were looking to do more like VN related type things. But oh yeah, and I have a radio from Manopack. I just haven't built one, and I can't remember who else was looking at that. Was it Joe? Joe, were you looking at making a Manopack? But yeah, I think so. We're gonna start doing that. So, but again, DM32.
10-foot whips.
We have some gear. Here's where. Oh, let me put my face away from this, because who knows? Oh God. Like,
It almost needed
this
Viagra.
is for as far as I know, this is about 6 inches based on my math. This is a horse crap radio, or a horse crap antenna. Long doesn't mean anything, guys. That's what she said. A good antenna needs good wiring. So length is definitely can be a factor, but like I usually don't run a whip at all. Like I've been really liking this one, but I run a soft one through my rig, because sometimes it's height, it's how much, it's wiring. Anyway,
I run an 18-inch collapsible through the back of my plate carrier. It's done me pretty good so far, but now mine came with this, so this one might be the one that gets
it's
put in my rig.
and then as that relates to rigs, where do you put your radios? I'm going to shift where I put my radios now. So
I think I've been used to running my mini most of this last season, so I had the dual channel talk. I can't find a digital radio out there where I can talk on two separate channels off of one. Yeah. They don't make them. I'm like, really?
Well, and like I have like double radio rig or cables, and like there's a lot of we can spiral
we could
out.
Literally spend a whole Sunday afternoon talking. And again, and I think that's a possibility where we've been shooting an ideas around workshopping, doing a stream on like Sundays once we get closer to the end of the year, and just doing gear.
Yeah. Well, and like some of this, like we talked about maybe starting this in the fall. There is some discussion probably had for fall before we go to big games like Starburst. I know that so if you guys taking it back, like we both have Discord channels. Project Echoes actually is way more active, I think, than the Minnesota Airsoft, but we both have channels. There's a whole Starburst channel down there that people have been talking about gear, because a lot of people, this will be their first larger milsim. Some of this stuff we're talking about, there's a natural progression in your gear, unless you're Alex. But even Alex has been buying new stuff. I knew you were that.
Yeah, I like what we talked about last time with like progressively gearing down throughout the day.
Well, you have to counter the rest of us nerds who spend too much money on gear.
Here's the deal. Alex made a great point, and I wish it was things. If Nextels were still a thing, that would be my radio.
I have to post this. So I've already seen these once, but I actually saw a video of it, which made me much more happy. These are out of stock, and I'm watching for them. These come from Europe. It's a new PTT that has everything in it, and it seems pretty legit.
Oh yeah,
it's both low and high impedance. It's got a Bluetooth part to it. You can buy different down leads, which is fantastic. So you can plug in different down leads. So if you need your 2-pin. Your 2-pin Kenwood, you can do it, but if you have a better radio, you can do that. It really seems great. You can use
dual
it with OPS4 amps, which is what I run.
Right? They're dual PTT.
They have a dual. This one isn't a dually. This is a single. It's just really.
Yeah, this is the guy who started. I think he started building it and was just like he started building it out of like an Altoids box.
Yeah,
Was his first
and, like,
iteration.
and now he's producing it. Like they might have a dual. Like I'm interested in their newest one, which is their Falcon Core PTT. If I they're out of stock, they're 100% out of stock. Once I see them online, I will
Follow
buy
him.
one.
I believe it's on Instagram. He releases on Instagram because he personally builds them all, and so he'll build like 30 or 40 of them. Release, they'll sell out, and then he has to however long it takes him to build that next 30 or 40.
Yep.
And
He is actively funding his
yeah,
this, and it's a labor of love for him too. But there are some more expensive options in the United States that are auto detecting your impedance. And again, we're spinning out on this. There's a
yeah.
lot of parts that having comms, but I think there might be some worthiness of that before we even do Starburst. So
I
we'll
know
see.
for a
Remind you
while
the-
there I was running dual radios just to.
No, I
But
have
the
that
issue
set up.
is that there's not a headset out there that can truly, yes, you can have headsets that'll have dual into the ears then, yeah. But like if it's a single down lead from your headset, your headset, your mic goes ape shit crazy if you're talking on one channel on one radio and the other radio chimes in, it just cuts your mic off. And
It can.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually had, so Bifrost Gear is a company that makes a lot of stuff. Bifrost Gear makes a dual radio single headset cable. I wish the cable was configured differently, and I've contacted them to make something different, and we could probably make one, but I'm not going to make it. I have used that in games for dual radio comms, one on squad, one on command. It has worked. It's just more gear than I want to carry.
That is
It's
what's
a lot.
nice about these Bayo things. If you put them in the right spot, you can program your radios on just the turn knob. If you can reach and if you only need 2 channels, just a quick turn knob, and that's how I'm going to run for Starburst, because I'm going to keep all my keeping all my Yahoos off of the regular channels. Because
so here's the other thing I'm going to say. That blew up in Rich's face.
did it?
Now, Rich was running the DM1701, which is the previous version of this, but that tube in a pouch on his back just perfectly, again, it was a radio pouch with a flap, but it just, depending on how he moved, that knob would move. So
Yeah. And that's why
let's
when
look
I
into
do this
3D
radio,
printed covers.
when I do this radio, it goes right here so that I can reach.
That's what Rich's was.
Yeah,
I just
and
saying,
when I did run it, I didn't have a problem. But yeah, 3D printed covers would be.
Like if those are like, this is just something I got off Etsy, but I mean, you can buy these 3D prints.
I got a
so
3D
that my
printer
knob
that
doesn't get affected. No one
a
hits the
guy
button on the
a
side.
guy who's printed me like 12 of those now.
Well, and like for the DM32s, because they're newer, like if we could find, I haven't seen anything for DM32s, but I'm not really terribly looking. But here's where, if we find something, maybe Alex can do it. But if we were looking for a designer, hey, B-Fly, maybe he can make us start making one.
No,
he
he's
just bought
busy.
DM32.
He's busy. He's trying to figure out gaskets.
Okay. Well, I want him to figure that out first. If he made his own gasket kit or magnet kits, I'm saying
No,
either
magnets
way.
are coming. Magnets are
I
done.
know.
They're just he's waiting for the shipment.
Until it's not real. It's all vaporware until I see it.
Yeah,
take my money. Exactly, Franklin.
Oh my God, Jesus
there
Christ, Jesus Christ.
That was pretty fast.
Wow.
Man, I'm glad okay. I'm not going to abuse my power though. No, there's a lot of opportunity, guys, to talk about gear that I think, again, raises the community. That's our whole thing. Sorry, David, we were talking about what you're doing in the next week. You're going to be out there.
Yeah,
you're also setting up some gear.
Batteries not included. What role ref? Whether it's an MAA stream or an Airtism stream.
Airtism stream might be good as an Airtism.
Again, Airtism. We've decided that Airtism is going to be anything during the day. Airsoft After Dark will be post game. That's how I'm going to brand things. Ooh, but
I'm responding.
So ooh, and then it's just gonna be the next couple weeks working on gear again, making sure I've already determined that I'm setting my work hat up with my X-Fog and my B-Fly stuff. I just have to pray that the guy I know will eventually one day get me some clear flow adapters for my Milwaukees. One day.
Hint. Yeah.
One day, so that I can wear those at work and with an Xbox, because this last week has been pretty brutal.
I actually keep going because
And
we're
so
trying to close. We're not trying to
that's
tangent.
that's just what that's kind of what I'm working on, just getting things set up and going forward, getting ready for some bigger games this fall.
Yep. I'm in the same boat. I will be at Batteries Not Included on Sunday. I am actually for sure reffing. So if you want to see me in my red short shorts, I don't have red shoes yet, but I do have. It'll be my first time
Amazon.
using the red hat that no. I'm a fat guy with wide feet. It's harder than you think. You will also see me in my new red hat, which I will only wear at Airsoft games, and I will deny certain things if I'm filmed. So look for that. This weekend we'll be out there. August. So I will probably shoot our weekly rundowns for August. It's funny, like June was really busy. And I mean busy, we had big games. Every weekend had a bigger game. July has some monthlies and had Tarkov. August locally, we're only really so everybody's larger games. There'll be an Minnesota's Best Airsoft. There'll be a Legends of the Valley, and there'll be a High Intensity. But there's no other bigger games for August. But I'll probably
Big
be
Lakes
shooting
game
that
is
this weekend.
a Thomas game.
Yep, it's a Thomas, and that's Warlords and Mercenaries, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it's listed as. I'm not sure if Thomas has changed if Thomas has changed the name. Either way, but like that is his MBS game for the month. So like that is a standard. That is his high. That is his big game for the month. So we're in some hot days. I actually think a B-fly might be used on Crossfire because it can get pretty.
Yeah.
Moist.
I'm making sure I get my standard helmet rig, not my helmet, my hat rig set up with the clear, and then I'll be working slowly to get I'm kind of trying to drag my feet setting up my one with my adapters, because I'm hoping that a miracle will happen. But I know it's not. I'm expecting next year I'm giving him time on that, because I know that will be a lot of work to do, inserts. So
yeah. I mean, we are looking at gear, and again, I think we're in that really interesting spot of, again, the more people we create relationships with, both for the community and for ourselves, like this is always good. So hopefully we'll see you all this weekend at Crossfire. Again, if you haven't been to Crossfire, it's one of my favorite fields. Other than that, closing comments, Alex.
Get out there, play, call your hits. Yada yada yada.
Again,
blah 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 blah. Dead rags.
Call Your Hits podcast. I think it's
dead rags. Drink water.
Put your name on stuff.
Put your name on stuff.
So Alex is going with all. He's trying.
Cheeseburgers.
That's so Alex is giving you all the highlights. David, closing comments.
Community. Again, we don't survive without community. None of us survive without the community. As we were talking earlier, we feel that we're different here in Minnesota because we surround ourselves as a community, and we're not just individuals here. We're fortunate enough to have an association, a group of guys who for the last 64 years have been promoting Airsoft in Minnesota. And the question earlier, I came on to fill a role and help these guys get bigger, and I kind of stuck around because, contrary to popular belief, Gabe is a great guy, Alex is a great guy, the rest of the crews are. Yes, you are, compared to some.
Compared to some, Satan is a terrible person. Me,
yes,
a little bit better than
that. Make sure you're checking out the link trees. They're down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, and eat your Wheaties.
That is the most old person thing you've said. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us every week. We're growing pretty consistently. Look for our new videos, both on Project Echo Airsoft's YouTube and Discord, Minnesota Airsoft's you're obviously here already for this, but find us on other social medias. Look for my video, Brain Dump. It was actually released 30 minutes ago, so I apologize that this stream has gone so long to prevent you from seeing my wonderful Brain Dump and my Double Chin Airsoft. We do this for you guys.
Double Chin
We do this for the community.
podcast.
Well, that could be something too. That's maybe a little too self-deprecating because maybe the GLP ones will really kick in eventually. Again, we do this for the community and we love to do it and we love all the interaction with you guys. So again, questions, comments, suggestions, look for a poll at some point about naming. We're always looking for ideas. If there's something you want us to shoot while we're out at a field, meaning either a gun or like some content you want us to do, let us know. Post it in the notes of any of these videos, send them to us directly, send them to us on Facebook. So many opportunities. We want to do videos that you find engaging. So on behalf of Alex and David, this is Gabe from the Minnesota Airsoft Association. Again, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night. We hope to see you this weekend.
Lock in. Mask up.